Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe a copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Ringo TV Reactions. Back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get to work.
Young nigga about that paper. 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 Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean and skip me up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, got me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a threat. Young nigga about that paper. 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 Hop on the jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it at top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a threat. Young nigga about that paper. 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 Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Look at how far we progress. Fluid, I don't see a threat.
Ringo TV Reactions. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. There is no other. We got work to do. Ringo TV Reactions. You already done know what it is. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, there is no other. Click that like button. We have a very interesting show for you tonight, in the morning, tonight, whenever time you are in the world. But we got a lot to cover, fam, when I tell you. As you know, VLADTV been uploading all the different clips of the HASSAN Campbell interview. And I just kind of sat back and just kind of waited till he, upload a certain amount of parts before I go reviewing, because I don't want to just keep doing 5 minute. I don't want to waste my time doing all of that. So I think they're up to like what, part 8, I believe it is now. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these particular clips. We're going to take a look at these clips. We're going to break it all down. We're going to make sense of everything. And we're going to bring to light a lot of things that a lot of people may not understand. So Again, as you come into the building, be sure to click the like button one time. You're on the best reactionary channel on YouTube. There is no other. All right? So get that likes up. Get them likes up, fam. Stop playing around. All right? When I do my shows, you know that I am very detailed, very organized, and I take what I do very serious. Because unlike many others in these YouTube streets, they're not really tapping in to the agenda of Hassan Campbell. And I've been on YouTube since 2006. I've seen it all. I've exposed all of the frauds. But there is something interesting about Hassan that a lot of people don't understand, is that he sold us out. He sold his people out for 5 shekels. That's right. Sold you out. And he got backdoored by VLADTV. Deep. You know, just like how he got backdoored by Bambaataa, well, he got backdoored by VLADTV. So, where do we begin? We're going to begin with, I believe it's part 3. And we're going to take a stroll down memory lane. We're going to look at a lot of different clips. We're going to review other clips. We're going to get it all together. Put a 1 in the chat if the volume is good, just to make sure that everything is good. That way I'm not talking for 20, 30 minutes and I find out that my volume is not even on. Trust me, I had shows like that where I was literally talking for 20 minutes and my volume was off, you know? Okay, so the volume is good. All right, let's see, where do we go? Let me gather all of these clips. So I put together multiple parts from that interview, and we're gonna literally react to all of them. And we're gonna break everything down to the smallest molecule. We're not gonna leave no stone unturned. Like, listen, when I do these reactions, right, I thoroughly break down the videos. I'm the best with the breakdowns in these YouTube streets. Nobody can do a better job. Do you understand me? I am a professional at breaking down these videos. So, that being said, let's get to work, because we have a lot of work to do. We have about 40 minutes of content to break down. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. But we're going to do what we got to do, because I need for you to all wake up to the reality of what's going on. So if you haven't already, be sure to click the like button. We have the live stream on non-DVR mode, which means you're unable to scroll back and forth. So all of you are seeing and hearing exactly what's going on during the live. The reason being is, when you have a live stream on DVR mode, a lot of times people come into the live and they start at the beginning, but I'm probably like 40 minutes ahead. So when the live chat is going, you'll have people that come into the live at different points. So when all the comments are coming down, somebody might be commenting based on what they saw at the 10-minute mark. And then somebody might be posting a comment at the 30-minute mark. And it confuses the entire live chat. This is why I have it set on non-DVR. That way we're all on the same page right now. Right? So let me get this thing sorted here. Hold on a second. Yeah, Hassan Campbell sold out for 5 shekels. He got backdoored by VLADTV, destroyed his reputation on YouTube. Literally, he literally threw black people under the bus on a white platform. That's right. When you think Hassan could have went to smaller YouTuber channels to get his story out there, you got to think about this. And to all the smaller channels out there, salute to all the smaller YouTube channels out there that are. Salute to all the smaller channels out there that are covering the story. You know what I'm saying? I was watching one particular platform earlier tonight, and they might realize that I was watching their show because I'm going to explain something where somebody, I think one of your mods, I forgot the channel name, but one of your mods said that they're familiar with me and claimed that I was associated with Creflo Dollar Ministries or something like that. That's not true. I'm not affiliate or associated with Creflo Dollar Ministries. The true story is I once attended the church. You know, sometimes when you hear people and they talk, man, it's like they add things and they say things that are not true, because when you say associated or you was affiliated with, you make it seem like you were in some sort of business partnership with this, you know, with these churches. We're talking about many years back. We're literally talking about 1995. That's literally what I'm talking about, like around 1995. That's just a little correction for that, because for whatever reason, when people talk on other platforms, it's like they spread rumors sometimes and people go running with it, because I think they were discussing something about the studio and all this other stuff. And the person made it, the way it came off is as if I'm a part of Creflo Dollar's church and I'm getting money from the church. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a whole nother mess. We'll talk about that another time. Where we are. Okay. We're dealing with Hassan Campbell, the interview, and we're going to break down a lot. Now, before we begin, before we go into this, I want to play a clip before we get everything started, because it's going to be a long live stream. Again, I'm the early bird get the worm. So I am early to do this show. That way the show can just do what it need to do throughout the algorithm, throughout the entire day. Let me get this clip first. Let me see. Okay, so we got this one here. Let me pause this. Take this off. Right. Let's play this clip right here. Let's play this one first. Let me see what this one says.
Do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you could have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you could have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Did you just hear what this man said? If he would have talked up earlier regarding Bambaataa, he said that his mother would have been dead. The question everybody have to ask is, why your mother and not you? Hassan, are you going to tell the public that your mother may have allegedly been in a relationship with Bambaataa? Are you going to tell the public this truth? Because you said, sir, that you don't got it in you to do anything to Bam because Bam was providing food and shelter and protection and various other things. This is what you said many times. You said this even to, I believe it was Whack 100 you said this to. Let me see if I can find a clip. Because to me, this speaks volumes of where you came from, how you were raised, and so forth. But let me get this particular clip here, man, because this is something that the public need to know. Was Mom Duke in a relationship with Bam? Was he? That's what we need to know. Because you told Queen's Flip that if you would have said something earlier about Bam, that your mom would have been deleted. And I'm trying to figure out why your mom? Why her, not you? Could it be because Bam was taking care of the house? And if you would speak, he would take it out on your mom because he had some sort of relationship with her? I mean, think about what you said. Think about what you said to Whack 100.
This question always arises with you. You done did time, you done caught a couple bodies. Everybody want to know, where was your enemy to because this man did something to you when you was a youngster, right? Right. So everybody want to know what happened to that energy when it came to you revenging your manhood with that man.
I don't have it in me to kill man, because even though he violated me as a child, he protected and fed my mother's kids when my mother was going through some
that ain't got nothing to do.
I'm not finished. No, don't
that
take
ain't
away
the
from my
violation,
pain.
Bro.
Do not take away
That's
from my pain.
That's not the violation.
Listen, let me
you creating a reason on why you ain't gonna get out.
Listen, hold
so
up.
You gotta stop screaming that gang. Just quiet.
Now, we just heard Hassan Campbell, the gangster, the guy that got the shooters, the guy that is from the hood, from the projects, from Bronx River, to be exact. He said he don't have it in him to do anything to Bam because Bam protected the house and he put food on the table. Now, I've said this many times that a man is not going to protect a woman and her kids and provide food on the table if he's not in a relationship with that woman somehow, some way. You know? To OG Flash, I'm going to give you one warning. Don't use that word in my live chat. If you want to say a part of the rainbow community, then you can say that. But we're not going to be throwing insults at someone's sexual orientation. That's not what we're going to do here. If you do that again, I will block you, right? When you come here, be respectful, right? Regardless how you feel about him, right? Keep everything clean. I'm not here to play any games with anybody. So, that being said, let's get back to the tapes so that we can do what we got to do here. Let's listen to this one more time. Let's listen to this one more time because you have to realize what Hassan just said. You have to look at what he just said and think about it. He don't got it in him to harm, to do anything to that man because he was like a father figure. Bam was a stepdaddy. If you want to really dig deeper into the world of Hassan Campbell to understand why he just keep on with this Bam situation, he was a stepfather. Bam was a stepdaddy to Hassan Campbell. That's right. And this is the dark world he don't want you to know about. He's not going to tell you that his mother was in a relationship with Bam. He's not going to tell you that. Understand that Bam is 47 years old. I'm 46. So I know for a fact that in that time when he was a young man, No man in that time would be putting food on the table and protecting a woman and her kids if he is not in a relationship with that woman. I'm telling you. And I think that he's hiding this bit of information because he don't want nobody to know that. And if it was so, then they'll look at his story differently. But let's listen to that clip. Let's listen to that again.
This question always arises with you. You done did time, you done caught a couple bodies. Everybody want to know, where was your enemy to because this man did something to you when you was a youngster, right?
Right.
So everybody want to know what happened to that energy when it came to you revenging your manhood with that man.
I don't have it in me to kill man because even though he violated me as a child, he protected and fed.
Protected and fed. Protected and fed. So this is something that Bam did on a regular basis because his mom wasn't able to put food on the table. If a man had to protect and feed a family, he did it on a consistent basis, which means he was there every other night bringing the groceries. A man is not doing that for the free. He's not. He's not going to be doing that for the free. There's information that Hassan is leaving out of his story. Now, I got the gift of discernment. I'm able to break things down and look deeper into them. Bam was in a relationship with his mom. At some point in time, that happened. And he's not going to tell you that. He's going to hide that one. But that's the truth. Because Whack 100 put him on the spot, asked him the $1 million question. If you caught bodies the way you talk, if you gangster the way you talk, why you ain't put hands on this man? Nah, I can't do that. I can't do that, Whack. I don't really got it in me to do that because, the man was there to protect the family. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? He put food on the table. I ain't gonna hold you, fam. You know what I mean? He did do that. I mean, yeah, he did me dirty, but man, the brother, he took care of us though. He was there. Notice, Haas never said that his own father put food on the table and protected the family. Come on now. Haas never said that his own father, his biological father, protects the family. He never said that. He never said that his father protects the family and that his father provide food and so forth. He never said that. So you have to think about this. It's like you didn't even acknowledge your own biological father as being the protector and provider. You acknowledge Bam above your own father. That speaks volumes. It tells us a story, a deeper meaning of a man that was very influential in your life more than daddy. That's the truth. Because in various interviews, Hassan labeled his father as a junkie or a guy that's on drugs or whatever the case is. And that's how he labeled his father. He never really spoke of him being a protector and provider, but he labeled Bam as a protector and provider. Now, how could Bam be a protector and provider while at the same time putting heavy meat inside of you? That's just not possible, So now when you look at what he said to Whack 100, and then you go back to what he said on Queen's Flip.
Do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you couldn't have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Wow. If you would have spoke up earlier, your mother would have been dead. So you mean to tell me you fared Africa Bambaataa to the point where you figure, hey, I'm not going to tell nobody that he's putting heavy meat inside of me because I don't want him to take out my mom. Really? I mean, how could he do that if you tell people that you were being abused? This is why I'm not buying the whole abuse story. Look, Haas, you were a willing participant with Bam. Yes, you were. I've put all the pieces together. You were a willing participant who knew what you were doing and you went with it. Now, one of the famous stories that Haas said on the Queen's Flip podcast was something called he was thighed by Bam. Let's take a listen to that.
Bam ain't never penetrate me anally, but what he did do, and I never really told nobody this, my first experience when I went to Connecticut.
Your first experience when you went to Connecticut. So you went to Connecticut. You went for your first experience. Let's just park right there for a second. So you went. You weren't forced. You weren't coerced. You went to Connecticut.
I'm going to tell you how sick the nigga mind is, because he did the same shit to me. That's how I know Bee Sting is not lying. Bam knew that there would be some physical evidence.
Really? So you were smart enough to recognize that. You were smart enough to recognize that there would be some physical evidence. So you weren't this baby or this kid that just didn't know what was going on. You were grown and knew right from wrong because you knew what you were saying. Let's go.
So what he did was he thighed me as a young boy.
He thighed you.
He thighed me.
He thighed you. What does that mean, Hassan Campbell? What does it mean for a man to thigh you? Did he thigh you against your will? Meaning, did he handcuff you? Did he force you? Did he do anything? Or did you willingly, right, allowed him to grease you up? Let's hear what you have to say.
As a young boy.
What's thighed?
Where he basically rubbing his penis in between your thighs and not going into your anal cavity, because he probably realized at me being so young, the damage, I would probably have to go to the hospital.
So let me get this straight. So you just stood there and let him thigh you. You weren't forced. You just went with it. You see, this is the part that I need for people to understand, because he's painting this narrative as if though he was molested. But what you have to understand is that he willingly went to Bam, right? Turned around and allowed Bam, based on his story now, he allowed Bam to thigh him. That's what he did. He wasn't forced. He wasn't coerced. He just went with it. Sounds interesting. Let's get back to the tape.
He would probably have to answer. He knew that Bam is not stupid. So my first experience, and see, he can't call me a liar, because at the end of the day, I know where the house is at. I know he owns a house in Connecticut.
So you know about the house. So you are aware of the house because you've been there many times. Do you see how you just messed up? You know about the house. You know what he owned. You know where he lived. You know everything. because you spent a lot of time there willingly. But are you going to tell the people that? Are you going to tell the people, Hassan, that you willingly were there and that you had a lot of love for Bam? And I'm not talking about brotherly love. I'm talking about the other kind. So you're not giving the people the whole truth. I'm able to break it down because I can see through the BS. And what's interesting about this, Haas, is that everything you said on Queen's Flip platform, you said it on VLADTV. Same thing. The same story that you gave Flip is the same story you gave Vlad. What was the point of you going on Vlad? You thought that was going to push you in the algorithm? Nope. All that did was destroy your name. And now you don't really have any credibility. Because once you walk through the door, it's a wrap. Nobody can take you serious because you got backdoored by Vlad. You went to the colonizer, the culture vulture, as you say in your own words. And what you don't understand about the colonizer is that they're playing chess. You're playing checkers. The purpose of you going on their podcast wasn't really to help you. It was to destroy your name so that you're no more of a competition. There's really no competitive, there's no advantage no more. That edge that you once had is gone because you went to the colonizer. So now your people looking at you sideways like, can't really trust this dude no more. Ain't no telling who he working for and what kind of deal he made under the table. That's what's really going on, fam. Bet you didn't realize that till now, right? See, I understand the play. This is why you won't see me on no Vlad platforms. You will never see me on none of these people platforms, fam. I got my own. I don't need to get a boost. I don't need to go there so I can get recognized. If I cannot do this on my own, then I don't want to do it. That gotta be how you move as a man. You really have to move like that. It's like in life, if you can't do something on your own as a man, it don't even make no sense you get any help from anybody. You know? But let's get back to the tapes.
Bam can't. The reason why he played Ron Savage the way he played him, everybody knows me to be a son of Bam. So when I came forward, it was like devastating.
Everybody know you to be a what of Bam? He said everybody knows that you're a son of Bam. A son of Bam. Now think about that. Why would you say everybody know you as a son of Bam? If you were considered a son of Bam and everybody in the community knew of you as a son of Bam, that's because Bam was in a relationship with Ma Duke. And everybody saw him. And they saw you being raised by him. Do you see how all of this is coming out? Look at what he said, fam. Let me rewind that back. Hold on a second. Let me see. Where is it? Okay. Let me see.
Bam ain't never penetrated. He played Ron Savage the way he played him. Everybody knows me to be a son of Bam. So when I came forward, it was like devastating. Bam ain't never.
See, it was devastating. The news was devastating because everybody saw Hassan as a son of Bam. So for him to bring out them allegations, that was tough. For a lot of people, they scratching their head like, hold up, bro. This is Bam's son, bro. This is his stepson, or, it's one of them type of things. Like, how could he expose him like that? Like, this is crazy, But anyway, I wanted you to hear all of that before we get into this review, because I need for you to get the backstory and understand what's going on here. So let's get to this tape right now and break this stuff down. Let's go.
It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door.
It's a level of success where it's a door. It's a door. When you platinum and you getting 50,000 a show, I've been there. There's a door that you can walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo or if it's Illuminati. I just didn't take that door. I went straight. There's 3 different doors, right? There's 3 different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue the success, young man. Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. And you went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight.
Hey, Vlad, is that not your platform? Why you didn't tell Nori when he sat on your couch and he told you that there's a door, there's 3 doors. One is bestiality, one is homosexuality, and the other one is sacrifice.
That's not what he said. We talked about this on the other streams on how Hassan loves to twist things around and make it seem like something it's not. If you listen to Nori, right, he talked about the right door is the rainbow, right? The left door is the sacrifice, and the door ahead is you're on your own. But Hassan twisted all the doors and talked about bestiality. Nobody never even mentioned that. That's coming from his twisted thoughts. That's coming from what he watch when he's at home. His own fantasies, all right? I just thought I'd let you know that. Well, let's get back to the tapes.
These are the 3 doors of the industry. Why you didn't sit up there and tell Nori to stop lying? Huh? Like, nah.
But you're the one that's lying, though. Nori never said nothing about bestiality. You're lying. You lied to your audience. See, all I'm trying to do is bring out the facts. That's it. I'm just bringing out the receipts, playing the audio tapes, making you, the viewer, come to your own decisions. Now, of course, while we're streaming, you're going to see all of these different trolls and demons and goblins popping up all over the place. These are the spirits of darkness. The spirits of darkness, they don't want you folks to use your brain and see, because the powers that be, they know who I am. They recognize that I'm with the Most High, I'm covered, and I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I am just blessed to do what I'm doing. And the word blessed means empowered to prosper. I'm empowered by the Most High to execute judgment upon the heathen and to expose the wicked and all the demons and the darkness that most of you may not be able to see. And I find that a lot of people that are real victims, they fall into the trap that Hassan has set, because he's not really doing anything for the victims. You would think that with all the money he made, with his influence, that he would be doing things to help real world victims to cope with their issues, and even on how to speak out about it, how to get justice, how to talk to someone about it. But he's not doing none of this. You don't see no videos of Hassan educating the community in terms of victims on how they can get the right help, the right phone numbers to call, different agencies to seek. There's no resources provided for victims. None. So everything is about him and his own enrichment. And this is what I need for you to see.
All right. Watch. Academics. Look at Academics' face. Look.
Hear it. This industry is not what it seems to be. Listen, this is a rapper. You got 200 followers. I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged. Yo, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify. Sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to.
You have to do this interview just like Hassan had to do the Vlad interview. When Vlad called him up, you have to do this interview. But I don't want to do it, fam. If I do that, my people going to look at me crazy. You know, I don't know if I can go through with it. You have to. But I talked about the door, Vlad. I can't do the interview. You have to. But my reputation, though, you have to. So just get on that plane, come on down, sit down on the director's couch, because you have to do it. Okay, massa. I'll do it. And that's what happened, fam. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you can tell you facts. Hear it.
Look at
this industry is not what it seems to be. Listen, this is a rapper. You got 200 followers. I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged. Yo, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify. Sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you gotta check the boxes. Literally, you could say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that person. You have to. You're a puppet. You can't say some shit. Take that down. Take it down right now. Okay. I'll take it down. Don't say that. I'm telling you facts. Hear it.
Notice he said that you're a puppet. That's what Hassan is. A puppet. That's what he is. A puppet. Somebody else is pulling the strings. And this is what you can't see. You understand? He feeds off of your energy. He focuses on pain, suffering, trauma. And he get in your mind, starts making you think about all the bad things that happened to you. He want you to think that something's wrong with you. But notice, you don't ever see Hassan calling for people to get therapy. You don't ever hear him talking about, we all need to go get therapy. Those that have trauma and hurt, you don't ever hear him talking about therapy. So what is the solution? What's the solution? What's the end goal of all of this talk? That's the end goal. Let's get back to the tapes.
This industry is not what it seems to be. Listen, this is a rapper. You got 200 followers.
You have to. You have to. Look at Academic's face. While Tekashi is spilling the beans and giving the secrets. Yo, I don't think y'all understand, man. Tekashi was blackballed. It was over for him.
And then he had to go through the door, just like it was over for you and you had to go through the door. Same thing. but it backfired on you. See, the door you went through, you were expecting once you hit and got on Vlad that you were going to hit 1 million subscribers. Nah, because Vlad's audience don't like you. And this is something you have to understand. You went to the colonizer. You took an L. I don't think you understand how serious this is, Haas. Vlad is getting paid. You got played because he knew you were thirsty to be on his show. He knew you talk crap about him already, but he don't care. He pimped you just the way you were getting pimped by Bambaataa. It's all business at the end of the day. It's all business. But you got pimped because he's making money off you. But I don't see you complaining by saying, you know, Vlad, you know what I mean? You putting my name in your title, Vlad. I don't see nobody saying, you know, Vlad, you obsessed with Hassan. I mean, why you keep releasing all these videos every day about Hassan? Vlad is obsessed. Nobody's telling the white man that. But if I make videos, oh yeah, Ringo, you're obsessed. Why are you obsessed? You keep making videos about Hassan every day. Why you're obsessed, Ringo? Every day you making videos about Hassan. And you know, it's really crazy when you say stuff like, I'm obsessed, when you keep watching my channel. I mean, if I'm obsessed and you're watching me every single time I post a video, you're obsessed too. And it's not even about being obsessed because I make money doing what I do. You don't. My job is to make content. If nobody wanted to hear what I'm saying, none of those people would be there. It's about 300 people viewing right now at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. So obviously, someone is interested in what I gotta say. Ain't that something? Let's get back to the tapes, shall we?
Until Whack 100 and academics and me sat down at the table. It caused so much of controversy with them putting me on the platform. It went so crazy through America.
No, it didn't go through America. What are you talking about? It didn't go through America, Haas. It just went online on YouTube or whatever platform you were on, and that's it. I mean, you making it seem like everybody in the world know who you are. You'd be surprised how nobody don't know who you are. A lot of content creators, you come in and out of your neighborhood, wherever you live, the majority of your neighbors don't even know you're a YouTuber. I'm just being honest, fam. And I like it that way because I don't like everybody knowing me. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
That Tekashi is now touring all over again. It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door. It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door. Haas ain't go through the homo. Haas ain't go through the sacrifice. Haas ain't go through the bestiality. This is why you sit up there and you watching them sabotage my platform as we speak.
It's crazy how he always talk about somebody sabotaging his platform. Nobody's sabotaging your platform. You going on VLADTV sabotage your platform. You understand? When you violate the rules, that sabotages your platform. Nobody can't sabotage your platform. You see? You made a bad decision by going on Vlad. You sold out for 5 shekels. You literally sold your soul for 5 shekels. That's it. The price was that cheap. Man, that's crazy, man.
Self-made. Got the hottest name in the game.
You have the hottest name in the game? Nah. You don't got the hottest name in the game, fam. See, that's pride right there. Your name is not really good in the hood no more. Once you went on Vlad, you went on the Culture Vulture. You went on the Colonizer, the Feds. So your name is not good, bruh. I don't think you understand the severity of this problem. That's why we keep bringing this awareness to the people, because your name is not good. You know, all these cats that you see go on Vlad, you have to ask yourself, what exactly are you gaining by going to Vlad when you could have went to a smaller YouTube channel that got 5,000 subs and hit them up and say, hey, yo, fam, I would like to talk about my story, you know what I'm saying, on your platform. Would you be interested in interviewing me or whatever the case is? That way you could give that smaller channel the opportunity to get noticed and to push your story out. See, the thing about what a lot of you content creators, y'all all want to go to the biggest channels thinking that it's going to benefit you. No, it's not. I've been on YouTube since 2006, and what I've learned, let me explain this to you content creators. When it comes to YouTube and growth and all this other stuff, a lot of you believe that if you were to go to a larger platform, right, that it's going to make your numbers go up. No, it's not going to make your numbers go up. When you go to a larger platform, that platform takes your subscribers, because when you're on there, your subscribers that are looking for you, they see you on the big channel. So when they come, they're like, oh, I didn't know about this channel. Wow, this channel must be popping if so-and-so is on there. So what they do, they subscribe to Vlad TV. That's how the game works. But see, what Hassan thought, he thought that by him going to Vlad, that Vlad's audience is going to come on over and subscribe to his channel. No. And if you look at Hassan's channel, nobody's subscribed at all. So going over there to Vlad was a bad business deal. It literally didn't benefit him. It benefited Vlad. Vlad is the one who got your audience, right? Because I'm pretty sure a certain percentage of Hassan's audience subscribed to Vlad, and Vlad is getting numbers off of the videos. Make it make sense, y'all?
But Vlad gonna sit up there and play military mind games with you with academics and try to make you believe what happened to Michael Jackson, Vlad? So you're gonna tell me Michael Jackson died the same way, Prince died the same way as Michael Jackson? Stop ducking me, Vlad. Sit down and have a face-to-face conversation with me, Vlad. You ducking me.
See, you ducking me. All of that is Hassan begging and begging and begging and subliminally putting messages out there for Vlad to have him on the show. See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, Hassan always wanted to be on Vlad TV. He couldn't wait to go there. You understand? All that talk about colonizer this, culture vulture, that's to get Vlad's attention. Because as you're going to see in the tapes we're going to review, Hassan Campbell said that Vlad TV is the best in the game. These are his words. He said that the culture vulture, the colonizer, is the best in the game. He literally sold out for 5 shekels. And you're going to hear this yourself. Let's get to the tapes. Let's go.
Have that face-to-face conversation with me, Vlad. Stop ducking me. What happened to Michael, Vlad? What happened to Prince? Michael Jackson put out that song. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Yo, Vlad. Vlad, I don't know why you keep ducking me. Vlad, I don't know why you keep ducking me. It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door.
Yes, he did.
It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door. It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door.
Okay. You know, the streets talk.
Definitely the streets are talking, Haas. The streets are definitely talking. You sold out on Vlad for 5 shekels when you could have went to all of these smaller YouTube channels, right? You could have shared your story, create friends. You know, you could have broadened your reach by, it's sort of like one hand washes the other. And I think this is where Hassan failed as a content creator and as a businessman. He don't understand the business of YouTube. He think he's the best, and that's the problem. You have to understand that this is an ecosystem, and the way it works is there are many other people, many other colleagues. You have many people within these YouTube streets that are your peers, and if Haas knew how to work together to get his message out there by using his reach to help the smaller man while at the same time helping himself, that is now going to further his story, because now you got this channel pushing the story because he gave them an interview. That channel is going to push the story because he gave that smaller channel an interview, which boost that smaller channel into the algorithm. But because Hassan want everything for himself, right? Because of greed and pride, he have fallen from grace and went to the culture vulture, which sabotaged his image. But he can't see that yet. Maybe he see it now because he's watching my video, but he destroyed his reputation badly, because there are many video clips of him going in on Vlad TV, calling him all sorts of culture vultures and all sorts of, you know, colonizer. And I mean, that is rather insulting to Vlad TV. But now to go sit down on his chair to interview and call him the best in the game, that's hypocritical, to say the least. You know, it just doesn't look good, man. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
And information will start to flow around and so forth. At some point, you may or may not find out who these guys are. Do you feel a sense of anger, a sense of revenge?
Sense of anger, a sense of revenge. You're not going to be able to find them. Now, why would Vlad say that you may not end up finding them? I find that interesting because Haas said in a video that the police, that he was talking with them, and they said that, you know, we got the video and we can show you the video. You can come on down to the station. Yeah, remember we talked about that, right? So Haas said they're going to be able to find who these guys are. So what's really the story? Who's lying? What's really going on? Let's get back to the tape.
Or do you feel like, you know something, I messed up, I put myself in this fucked up position, and, you know, that's just part of the game at this point?
Well, I mean,
notice how he can't even talk. He can't even talk, fam. You have to ask yourself, like really? Like, bro, like, what's the matter with Haas, where it's like the cat got his tongue? He can't speak. He can't find the words to say. He don't know where he's at. This is very, very telling, to say the least. Let's get back to the tapes.
My whole thing is like this, right? New York is a small city. If I find out who did what they did, we'll figure it out. We'll take it from there. I'll see how I feel when I cross that road. But for right now, it's like...
Bro, are you listening to yourself, fam? Do you not realize that you're on the feds' platform telling the feds that Once you find out who it is, you'll think about it and take it further from there. So you're willing to find the shooters who shot you, but you're not willing to find Bambaataa.
This question always arises with you. You done did time, you done caught a couple bodies. Everybody want to know, where was your enemy to because this man did something to you when you was a youngster, right?
Right.
So everybody want to know what happened to that energy when it came to you revenging your manhood with that man.
I don't have it in me to kill that man, because even though he violated me as a child, he protected and fed my mother's kids when my mother was going through certain shit.
That ain't got nothing to do.
I'm not finished. No, don't
that
take
ain't
away
the
from my
violation,
pain.
bro.
Do not take away
That's
from my pain.
That's not the violation.
Listen, let me.
You creating a reason on why you ain't gonna get out.
Listen, hold
so
up.
you gotta stop screaming that game. This question always arises with you.
You see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? He don't got it in him to deal with Bam situation. But yet he's telling Vlad, oh yeah, if I find out who shot me, you know, I'll figure out what I'm going to do. No, he's not. That's cap. He's not going to do nothing because he's not really about that life. You understand? Because again, Hassan is a known felon, which means he cannot bear arms. He can't. So all that gun talk, can't hold no gun, bro. Can't bear arms. All you could use is a knife or get an illegal gun, but not legal. And if the cop find you with the gun, you're going to be off to prison for a long time. Doesn't pay to be gangster, especially online, self-snitching while on VLADTV.
You know, everything happens for a reason. Me personally, I feel like I kind of sort of like let my people down.
What?
I have a strong following. I let them down because I got caught up in my emotions, and I got to show them back.
Hold on, man. You're on the white man's platform, the colonizer, as you say in your words, the culture vulture, as you say in your words. And you're telling him that you let your people down? That sounds crazy, fam. Like, do you realize how embarrassing that is to be on the colonizer's channel? And these are the things you said about this man. You called him the colonizer. This is what you said about that man. You called him a culture vulture. And you're telling him that you let down your people. So now you're pleading the fifth. You're trying to buy your way back in. Nah, fam, ain't no forgiveness. You do realize you messed up, right? You do realize that, right? I don't think you understand that. You do realize you messed up, right? You messed up. You know you messed up, right? You messed up. You do know that you messed up. I'm just saying, fam, this is not cool. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Than what I showed them, because it's not about me being a gangster, me being tough. It's about me going through moments that a lot of people go through. I don't care if you black or you white.
Oh, now it's not, you don't care if you black or white. Now you singing Michael Jackson songs now? It doesn't matter if you're black or white. That's what you're doing now?
It doesn't matter if you're black or white. It doesn't matter.
I mean, Vlad got this guy doing the Martin Luther King thing about, I believe in holding hands, white man and black man and young man and old, and we can all go to the promised land together.
What you talking about, Willis?
That's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. So they got Haas out here singing Michael Jackson songs. Let's see what else he got.
Pain is universal.
Pain is universal. Wow. Pain. It goes back to what I told you. This is what Haas is selling. He's selling pain. He just focused on pain, trauma. That's what he's focusing on.
And when you come from poverty and pain, there's a trigger for everybody.
No. See, here's the problem, Haas. You're on the colonizer's platform telling him when you come from poverty. Vlad didn't come from poverty. You're on the wrong show. You went on the wrong platform to talk about your story because Vlad didn't grow up in poverty. You should have went to a so-called African-American podcast where they can relate to you. They can talk about the struggle. They remember when their mom had to struggle. You understand what I mean? But you're talking about these issues on a platform where a guy can't even relate to you. You know what I mean? That's like me going out there, dealing with a woman from another nation, totally different language. Her family don't even like black guys. I mean, you're trying to kick it with the woman, but the family don't accept you. And it's just all sorts of cultural issues. I'm not saying it can't work. It's just there's too much work. You know what I mean? So that's how it is while you're sitting there with Vlad. He cannot relate to the struggle. This is why most of your viewers either unsubscribed or they just don't rock with you like that, because once you went on Vlad, you let them down because they were really following you and they were believing in you. And to see you stoop that low to degrade yourself, like, listen, you had to degrade yourself to go on that platform. You know what I mean? You could have done better by reaching out to African-American channels and getting your story out there, or at least try to break bread and build some sense of, like business relationships and so on and so forth, where people could hear your story. But see, this is the problem. You don't look at smaller YouTube channels as if though they're, valuable. And what you have to understand is you have a lot of smaller YouTube channels that are small right now. But see, all it takes is one YouTube video to blow up. That's why I always tell content creators to keep putting out content every day, all day. Don't stop. No days off. Every day, be persistent. Every single day, never stop. Upgrade, improve your production, improve what you do, understand your visuals, understand how to do the business, learn more, keep going. And then it's going to be that one video that when they do it, it's going to hit the algorithm. And before you know, it's going to get all these views and people are going to notice your channel. And then more people are going to notice your channel. And then what you got to do is you got to learn from the formula that you tapped into. And then you double down on it and do it again and again and again and again. And you keep doing it again and again and again. So you're despising the smaller channels as if though they're insignificant, when really they're one video away from blowing up. And once they blow up, sky's the limit. Now they're in the algorithm. Now they can't be stopped. And this is why a lot of content creators fear certain YouTubers, because they know that when they make videos, it hits that algorithm, starts circulating all over the place. And they don't like that. You have a lot of content creators that are what you call gatekeepers, where they never mention your name. They refuse, absolutely refuse to mention your name, because in their mind, as long as I don't mention their name, nobody would know about them. The worst thing you can do is act like you don't know who's who. Because trust and believe, I understand the business of YouTube. That's why when I see these smaller YouTube channels, I always salute them. I always shout out their names. You know why? Because by me doing that, it creates a sense of not necessarily like we're all friends. It's just respect. So that can get you far in this business. Respect, something that Hassan don't understand, you know? And when you have respect for other people, no matter the size of their YouTube channel, we're dealing with human beings that have thoughts and voices as well. See, I understand where I came from. See, a lot of people, they look at the production, right? And they see everything that's going on and they be like, man, fam, I did not start like this. When I started, I had nothing. Do you understand? Absolutely nothing. And the more I did my content, I got better and better and better. And then the people start to support the work that I do. And then I started to put the support into the business and kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And I take what I do serious. You understand? So I understand that everybody else that start off small, eventually they're going to grow. Eventually. But see, Hassan, rather than him going to you guys, rather than him going to you YouTubers and share his story, he despises you guys because he see you as the future competition. See, it's one thing to be competitive. You have to think of yourself to be great. For example, I believe that I am the best reactionary channel on YouTube. Nobody else could do a better job. I believe that wholeheartedly. At the same time, as a content creator, you have to think the same about yourself. Do you understand that? Because it is a competitive business. But at the same time, you don't want to get to the point where it's competitive jealousy. You can compete, but when it gets to competitive jealousy, that's when you become like Hassan Campbell. He don't want nobody to get to a certain level. He believes he's better than everybody. That's competitive jealousy. You would think that a guy would be humble, but no, not him. He think he's big, but when he went on Vlad have over 5 million subs. 5 million compared to 400,000, that's absolutely nothing. Going on Vlad for Hassan is the equivalent of you as a smaller YouTuber going on Hassan's platform. And salute to everybody in the chat. I have a lot of people in the chat saying salute. You know what I'm saying? What's up to everybody coming in the building? In case you're joining in, you know, we've been on thus far for 1 hour and 13 minutes. We're breaking down the videos of the interview of Hassan Campbell and VLADTV to further find out more details about Hassan so that the community is educated on who he is as a man, so that you don't get deceived by any of his trickery, because this is very important. And I don't want nobody to, you know, walk away blind by his tactics, because he's very manipulative, he's very good at manipulating people. You know, that's his talent. You know, that's a very, very devilish talent, to be honest, but it has helped him over the years. But let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
So at that moment, I was at my weakest state. It's the holiday season.
Whoa. Your weakest state, holiday season. Now, once you put two and two together, what normally happened, and don't write it in the chat. We don't want the S word in the chat. You all know what the S word mean during the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Because if you post it in the chat, I'm going to end up blocking you. So don't go posting it in the chat. Don't go doing nothing dumb because I'm going to block you, right? Very clear. You heard what I just said, right? So now if you go ahead and I block you, don't get mad, right? But you all know when it gets to the holidays, a lot of times in this time, people self-delete, right? Self-delete, right? Now, you know the word, it rhymes with homicide. Y'all know what word I'm talking about. So, okay, if you post that word in my chat, I'm going to block you, right? So just know that. That is what he's doing right here. He's basically telling Vlad that being that it's during the holidays time, he wanted to self-delete. That is what he's telling VLADTV, which is crazy because you would think that Vlad would say, you know what? You need therapy, bro. You need therapy. You need to see a medical professional so they could check in on you. But he didn't tell him that. Until later on in the stream, I believe he did say something regarding therapy, but Haas wasn't too happy about that, if that makes any sense. He didn't really want no therapy. He was like, oh, if you find a good therapist, then maybe, you know, whatever. But he never said he would go because he's not going to go.
My mother wasn't around anymore. I was depressed and just going back into a deep, dark place of my childhood. It triggered that. So, you know, it's not about me just getting revenge. It's just about the people understanding how somebody that's been in a similar situation as me, we can heal each other.
Fam, stop acting like you're out here being an activist and so on and so forth. You're not trying to heal. You're not in no therapy, Hassan. You have no therapist at all, right? You're not helping the kids. You're not helping the community. You're not putting your money and your resources to anything that's building these people up. You're not doing nothing for nobody. So what do you mean by heal each other? Heal each other from what? You're 47 years old and you're still worried about Bambaataa. You said on Queen's Flip that the man never put the heavy meat inside of you. So what did he do to you that you're so butthurt, if that makes sense? How could you be so butthurt over Bam if he never put the heavy meat inside of you? Because I personally believe that he did. You know what I'm saying? I believe he definitely put the dark meat inside of you. You know? Deep. I'm entitled to my opinion, fam. That's just what I believe. So, I don't know. You know, you got to figure this one out. Well, let's get back to the tapes.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. This is our first time actually talking, our first time, you know, actually doing an interview. But
now remember, Hassan was dissing Vlad the whole time. But Vlad brought him up there because he saw the monetary benefits of having Hassan on. He knew he could get an easy bag off of Hassan. And that's exactly what he got. Hassan don't even realize that he got played. Because when you really think about it, him being there made him take an L. He didn't win.
I've seen you for quite some time, and you do have a following, and you do have people that actually support you, and not everyone's going to agree with you, and that's just life. Not everyone agrees with me either.
Yeah, just like Hassan don't agree with you, Vlad. But you put him on the broadcast even though you know he don't agree because you saw the money-making ability. That's just the way it is. It's all business at the end of the day. You don't necessarily have to be friends. And Vlad is not Hassan's friend. Let's go.
But this YouTube shit is not worth your life. And it's also not worth being crippled and so forth. You could have gotten shot in the head. You could have lost your arm, you know.
Imagine the culture vulture is preaching to Hassan, telling him the things that we already told him. Think about this guy. Think about how sad this is. Like, in all of the streams that I've done thus far with Hassan Campbell, talking about Hassan Campbell, everything that VLADTV is telling him, I already told him through all my videos. But I don't get no credit. You see how that works? Do you see how we as a people will go to the white man and we'll sit down on his couch, let him tell us what we need, tell us this, and we'll listen to what he got to say because he's white. But if a black man say the same exact thing, we don't receive anything they say. This is what we do to each other. We're more quick to listen to something if it come from a white person. And that's sad, man. That's so disgusting to think that way, that you're more likely to take advice from a Caucasian person rather than your own people. You know, like I can sit here and say to all black women, I would love to see our sisters wear their natural hair, you know, don't wear no more weaves, grow some locks, you know, do this, do that. Our women will get offended, they'll be upset, and they'll be angry. But if a white man come on YouTube and say, hey guys, welcome to the channel. You know, I started this channel because I just really love black women, and I just love black women. I didn't grow up in a black community. I actually lived in Australia all my life, and I came to the United States, and I was blown away by the beauty of black women. And I just love black women's natural hair. I just really do. And it's just so awesome. I just really love it. And I just hope that black women will embrace their natural hair because, you know, as a white man, I really do love it. I love the texture. That man would have 1 million subscribers by tomorrow. He will have 1 million subscribers by tomorrow. All the sisters will be in there saying, see, I knew it. I knew they loved black women, but they were just hating on me. Do you see how that worked? I told the sisters the same thing. They didn't receive it from me. They received it from a white man. That's what Hassan is doing right now. It's sad. It's sad, but that's just the way it is, man. It really sucks, but that's the way it is. Let's go.
You could have ended up in a wheelchair. You could have ended up shit bagged. Like you ultimately got somewhat lucky in this whole situation. You have to admit that to yourself.
Absolutely. But see, at the whole thing to it is it's like, okay, so now we sitting here on Vlad TV, you know,
listen,
one of the best in the game.
What? Hold up.
What you talking about, Willis?
Did you just say this man is the best in the game? Did you just say that? Are y'all listening to this, man? This is crazy, man. This man just said that Vlad TV is the best in the game, y'all. We got to rewind that one back, man. This is crazy. He just literally kissed his butt, bro. Listen to this mess.
It's like, okay, so now we sitting here on Vlad TV, you know, one of the best in the game.
Wow.
You are arguably the best in the game, and it's like now you leading down the path of questions where people could sit up there and say, okay, how can we deal with these situations in our community to, as, you know, because my whole thing is black people, we always have to go get the white hero.
My goodness. If that is not sad that this guy just said, as black people, we always have to get the white hero when he's the one getting the white hero. This is sad, man. This is crazy. He's literally kissing this man's butt and making us look bad, fam. This man is making us look bad on Vlad. He's basically saying that we as a whole, as black people, that we always run to get a white savior. That's sad, man. That's the worst thing I think this man ever did, man. This is disgusting, bro.
shit bagged. Like you ultimately got somewhat lucky in this whole situation. You have to admit that to yourself.
Absolutely. But see, at the whole thing to it is it's like, okay, so now we sitting here on Vlad TV, you know, one of the best in the game.
Wow.
You are arguably the best in the game, and it's like now you leading down the path of
the best in the game when he just finished dissing the man. I hope you Hassan viewers are listening. This man walked through the door. You know? Haas is not Puerto Rican. Haas is a black man, just for the record. Let's get back to the tapes.
Of questions where people could sit up there and say, okay, how can we deal with these situations in our community to as, you know.
Wait. Haas, you're on Vlad TV talking about how we can deal with our situations in the black community. Do you realize that's crazy, right? Vlad cannot help us. He can't. He can make money off of us, but he can't help us.
Because my whole thing is, black people, we always have to go get the white hero.
That's sad.
Because when it comes amongst ourselves, we ain't shit.
Wow. My goodness, man. Do you see how he sold us out? Do you see how he sold us out for 5 shekels? Do you see it now? Are you seeing it now? He literally, listen, fam, Haas literally stood on a platform, Caucasian platform, with 5 million subscribers, and basically said that black people ain't ish. That's what he did, man. He went on a Caucasian platform, the one who he called the culture vulture and the colonizer, and said that black people ain't ish, bro. He threw us all under the bus. Disrespected us as a whole. Look what he said, fam. Y'all think this is the game. I'm gonna wind this thing back. Look what he said, just in case you didn't hear it.
How can we deal with these situations in our community to as, you know, because my whole thing is, black people, we always have to go get the white hero. Because when it comes amongst ourselves, we ain't shit.
Wow.
Because the reality of it is, so many black content creators swayed away from the original content of just being in a broken place.
What are you talking about? Content creators swayed from, what? What are you talking about? We swayed away from a broken place. I'm not broken. My content is not sitting around being broken all day talking about doom and gloom. I don't do that. What is this guy talking about? This is crazy, man. What this man just did right there, it's sad how he threw everybody under the bus.
My whole thing is, black people, we always have to go get the white hero.
No, you went and got your white hero. You went and got Vlad.
Because when it comes amongst ourselves, we ain't shit.
Wow. Yo, man, do you see why a lot of Hassan viewers decide to turn his TV off? He's literally on Vlad TV saying that black people as a whole, that we ain't nothing. That's pretty much what he just said, man. And you have to understand, Vlad's audience is literally predominantly white folk. You might think it's black, but no, it's not. You know, there's a lot of Caucasian people that support Vlad. And a lot of the people that follow him is in different industries. But this guy just sold us out for 5 shekels, man. This is so sad.
Because the reality of it is, so many black content creators swayed away from the original content of just being in a broken place of where we need healing. And instead of dealing with that is, oh, he crashed out. Okay, why did I crash out? Let's get to the root of it.
The root of it is that you were drinking, number one. Number two, you said that you went down to the projects because you wanted to die. That's what you said. And you were triggered by your jealousy for Cassie because she got the settlement from Diddy. And that's what messed you up.
So we can, bring about awareness in the communities of the things that goes, that have us in this state. The state.
No. There's no state that you're in. You're in what you're in because you like being there. You love having a pity party. You've been doing this for 7 years, talking about Bam. Aren't you tired? What are you looking for? Because Vlad cannot help you. Are you in therapy? No. So who's gonna help you? Come on, man.
The mind that we're in. Because every time you see a young black boy in the street, 12 and 13 years old, picking up a gun and ended up in jail for 25 years out of his life, you have to ask, what caused so much anger that he wanted to take somebody's life?
Wow.
Where's this coming from?
Wow, this is crazy, man. Let's get back into it.
Okay, so let's talk about...
Now think about what he just said there. Let's park there for a bit. He talked about how when a black kid has a gun and where did this come from? Now think about who he's talking to. Look, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about black issues or whatever the case is, respectfully, you're not supposed to be on a Caucasian platform talking about those things. You're supposed to be amongst yourself, amongst your own people who understand the struggle, who been there, done that, and they can relate. But when you're trying to talk about black issues with a community that don't even support you, that don't even care about what's going on in the hood, you're wasting your time. Vlad do not care about the black community, and he don't care about what's going on with our people. He cares about his bank account. And this is something that you must understand, right? Stop thinking that they care about you. You understand? They didn't care about you when you were in slavery. They didn't care about you now. So if you think that the other nations care about you, you're living in a fool's paradise. We're supposed to care about one another. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to look at our own issues and bring about our own solutions and stop looking for a handout from the other nations. When are we going to get over that? Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Root of what happened here. And let's start at the very beginning. So you grew up in these same projects that this incident happened, right?
Right.
Your background, is it Mexican?
No, African American, if that's what they want to call us.
For some reason, Mexican showed up in my notes.
God.
You know how New York is. I mean, well, not usually Mexican, but usually a lot of dudes are mixed with Dominican.
I'm actually laughing at the chat. Because I was just about to press the button and, you know what I'm saying, V-Dub just came through and just, saved the day.
Puerto Rican and so forth. And your name is, your nickname is Poppy. So I figured there was some Spanish descent somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And growing up, your dad wasn't around, right?
Oh, he would pop up here and there. He was a dope fiend.
Okay.
Notice how he said his dad was a dope fiend. Like his dad ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? Like he have no respect for his father at all. But he had more respect for Bam.
And your mom had troubles as well.
My mother wasn't on drugs. She was like dealing with a lot of sickness.
Okay. And you had 5 brothers and sisters?
6 of us all together from my mother.
Okay. And you described your upbringing as dysfunctional.
Very.
Notice, he's on a Caucasian platform telling him that he grew up in a dysfunctional household. Think about what that looked like to 5 million followers. That looks crazy. And with all of that talk, none of Vlad TV's followers subscribe to Hassan. I got the analytics. Nobody subscribed, which means they don't even care. And see, this is what I keep telling you. The other nations don't care. Haas, you keep playing Michael Jackson's song about they don't really care about us. What makes you think that Vlad cares about what's going on in the black community? Like, seriously, what makes you think that he gets up in the morning thinking about the black community? If he really cared about the black community, his money, time, and resources would be invested in various programs to uplift and build up the black community. That's not happening. He's not going to put $1 million into the black community. He's not going to he would never do that. You understand? He'll put it in his community. He's not going to put it in yours. And rightfully so, he don't have to. See, we as black men, when we get to a certain level, we are supposed to be doing this. You know? You see like how you have the P. Diddy's of the world with all of their millions of dollars. They squander it on their own lust rather than them taking the wealth that they could never spend in this lifetime and begin to use that to empower their people. They don't do that because they're selfish. You understand? The Jay-Z's of the world, the Kanye's of the world, all of these guys, all this money, all these resources, are they helping black people? No. So what makes you think that Vlad cares about us? Nobody ain't helping us with nothing, fam. They helping them pockets. Get back to the tapes.
Explain. I mean, I grew up like, I don't even know where to start.
How you don't know?
Being that my mother grew up in a dysfunctional home.
He just asked you to explain dysfunctional. Not repeat the same word again.
Where her sisters was living with a child predator. Her and her sisters had to go through the same thing I went through. It just trickled down. You know, I don't know if that's the family curse, but
So, the family curse is being touched. Interesting.
Her stepfather was an Africa Bambaataa. You know, he was the same type of person. So, you know, me growing up, I went through similar situations since I could go back to like the age of 5, going through multiple different people molesting me.
So there you got it. Multiple different people were touching this man. Multiple. But yet, Haas is only talking about Bam. That's the only one he seemed to talk about. He's not talking about all the people that touched him. He's not even talking about that. Even his elder brother put heavy meat inside of him. That's right. There's a video on YouTube where Hassan was literally talking about his elder brother. He said, yeah, that he touched me and put meat inside of me, dark meat inside of him. And I'm like, wow. So your own brother turned you out and you don't even expose him. Matter of fact, on the Queen's Flip podcast, he said that a family member molested him, but he didn't decide to air him out because he didn't hear no stories about that relative touching no one else. So I'm like, so hold up, because you didn't hear no stories, you give them a pass? Why are you giving all these people that molested you a pass, but you don't give Bam a pass? What's going on here? What kind of hypocrisy is this where you're giving passes to certain people and holding other people accountable? This doesn't make any sense. Let's get back to the tapes.
Before Africa Bambaataa. So before.
Okay, so how old were you when you first got molested?
Probably about 4 or 5 years old.
So 4 or 5 years old was when it all started. And this is all before Africa Bambaataa. So Hassan was already getting molested. before Bambaataa stepped in?
Young.
By who?
Yeah, it started off with a female that my mother had babysitting me.
Okay. I mean, 5 years old, man. That's a baby.
Yeah,
You don't even know how to read at 5 years old.
I was molested by multiple people.
What do you mean you don't know how to read at 5 years old?
What you talking about, Willis?
Did he just say that, fam? Did he just say you don't know how to read at 5 years old? There's kids that know how to read. What are you talking about? Anyway, I don't know, man. He must have been drunk when he said that, fam.
It was a stair, you know, it was to just stair steps, and then Africa Bambaataa. He wasn't the first one. He was just the oldest one and the one with the most influence over the community. He was a pillar.
Okay, so leading up to Bambaataa, was it, you mentioned it was a female. Was it females and males or just females before that?
Females and one male.
Okay.
But see, the thing about it is with the male that I went through the experience with.
The male that he had the experience with, that's his brother. That's his brother, y'all. Check it out.
He was still a child himself.
Do you see how he's saying he was still a child himself? Fam, all of this is cap. He's trying to make it seem like everybody was like under 10 years old and didn't know what they were doing. This is all cap, man.
Okay. How old was he?
About maybe 4 or 5 years older than me.
And you were how old?
About 6.
Notice how long he had to figure that out. Fam, he's lying. He's trying to keep it low. You get it? So he's trying to say that the dude, the brother, was 10 years old. Are y'all seeing that? He's trying to keep it like under the teenage years to make it look like, oh, he was just a kid, you know?
Okay. All right. So you're going through all this, and then you meet Africa Bambaataa, who's the founder of the Zulu Nation, around age 13?
12.
12 years old now. He said he met Bambaataa, right? But that's a lie, because Bambaataa knew Hassan when he was in diapers. Again, I watched all the interviews, and I talked about all the interviews, and you're going to hear Hassan correct himself right here. Check it out.
12.
Actually, I didn't meet him at 12 years old. I knew the man my whole life.
Boom.
Okay. Wait.
The whole life, his whole life, he knew Bam. Why? Because Bam was in his house, y'all. Put the puzzle together. Bam was in his house the whole time.
Would come by and...
Yeah, we grew up in the same neighborhood. So I would see him every single day of my life.
Every single day.
So Planet Rock came out in 1982. And that was his biggest song. And that became, kind of a staple in hip hop. I mean, it's gotten sampled hundreds of times and so forth. So by 89, he was already a hip hop superstar. He had already toured around the world and so forth. I would assume he wouldn't be living in the same place he grew up in.
That's where you would assume wrong, because you have to understand something. He's never left the hood, ever. He may have had for example, he had a house in Connecticut.
Notice he knows all about his houses. He knows about everything. Listen, Bambaataa was a stepdaddy in Haas's life. He was. He knew him his whole life, which means because Haas was in a video saying that Bam knew him when he was in diapers. This is a fact. We reviewed the video. I'm not sure which live stream it was, but we reviewed some interview, and Haas said, yeah, he knew me when I was in diapers. And I'm like, wow. That means that he was in the house the whole time. That's crazy, man.
But he's always kept himself like around the village where he was able to deal with all the children. Like literally,
if he was dealing with all the children, he was dealing with the mothers too. How is he dealing with all these children? How? How could Bam have access to children if he's not having access to the mom? Put it together, y'all. Come on, man. Come on. It's no different than a single mother who is dating a predator and she allow him to be in her house, and then when she go to work, she leave him in the house watching them kids and he there touching the kids. That's exactly how it is, man. Bam was in his mom's house. There had to be a relationship going on, man. Had to. That's the only way he could gain access.
The community center right there in the middle of Bronx River. And then you have the building that he was from, whether it was 9-5 or 1609, because it was the both of them. And then, you know, back when I was going to high school, and, you know, Harry S. Truman, he also had an apartment over in Mark Terrace. So he kept himself close where he was able to have kids come to his house.
Listen.
He's never left the hood.
Listen, how could kids come to his house, y'all? How could a bunch of underage kids, right, that they could just go to his house? Nah. You had willing participants in their teenage years going to this man. That's what was going on. There's no way all these kids are just coming to Bam's house and get experience in heavy meat. I just don't, this is just not happening, man. Without the community knowing and doing something about it, let it make sense, man.
Okay, and the Zulu Nation, I mean, that was a very...
You may be right, Maurice. You said he was helping Bam get children. You never know. He could have been recruiting. He could have been recruiting them.
Powerful entity in hip hop. You know, apart from Africa Bambaataa, of course. I mean, Fat Joe, I think, is Zulu Nation.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Q-Tip.
I mean, Run DMC.
Everybody.
Public Enemy. You know, I mean, I remember Night of the Living Bassheads when Chuck D was like, here it is, bam. And then there's Africa Bambaataa in the music video.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, me being a hip hop head, I mean, I bought Planet Rock on 12-inch.
I mean, everybody had the song.
I remember the importance of Africa Bambaataa. I've even interviewed him a couple of times.
Uh-oh.
And I remember, I think it was our second interview.
Now, keep in mind where this is going to go, because Hassan destroyed the legacy of Africa Bambaataa even worse with this interview on Vlad. You're gonna notice that shortly.
When, you know, I was doing a lot of interviews with Lord Jamar at the time, and he was talking about how, you know, from his point of view, homosexuality has no place in hip hop and so forth. And I brought that up to Bambaataa. This was before the accusations. And he had a very sort of uncomfortable answer. He kind of dodged the question.
I saw that. Hey, that's what
saw that, right?
That's what he said, that little crazy nonsense out of his mouth, and I just laughed to myself, like, because I knew what he meant. I knew what his mind was at. Yeah, he just for some reason, Ben will never come out of the closet because, you know, first of all, he's part of the Moorish community, you know. So I don't see him ever coming out the closet admitting to who he is.
Well, you got all type of people out there with all type of things, whether they be gay, straight, or whatever's out there, and they do their different style or whatever they doing on the planet. So you don't know what styles of hip hop or what people are doing. Whatever they do behind a closed door, that's to each and all of them. So I couldn't say what that is. That's just saying like that ain't got nothing to do with Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. Ain't got nothing to do with whatever politician or whatever.
That man is speaking way too fast. Sound very questionable, the things that he's saying, though. But let's get back.
What's happening out there? So We cannot say who's what and who's what.
Okay, I mean, as one of the founders of hip hop, do you see like an outwardly gay rapper coming out and being accepted by the hip hop community?
I couldn't even say. You have to look online to all that to see who's a gay rapper, who said that they a gay rapper and out there rapping whatever they rapping to.
Right.
Now listen to what Vlad says right here. This is very profound on what he said here. And this is all because of Hassan. He single-handedly sabotaged and destroyed Africa Bambaata's legacy in hip-hop. Check this out.
Said at the time there was no accusation, so this was just a random question to a hip-hop guy that I was interviewing. Like there was no, I didn't have any, background info or anything else like that. But I do remember his answer was a little bit odd. Okay, so you've always seen Bambaata around, but then was it around 12, 13 where you actually got sort of involved in Zulu Nation and started spending more time with them?
Yeah.
Notice he started spending more time with him.
Okay. And what really led you to doing that?
Well, see, growing up in Bronx River and being a part of the Zulu Nation, you had a lot of warriors that was part of the Zulu Nation. It was guys that you really, really looked up to and you wanted to be a part of them. It's almost sort of like the gang culture that's going on right now, but the difference was...
Gang culture. Do you see what this guy is promoting? He's promoting this on a Caucasian platform. Is this the only thing we got as black men? To talk about how gangster we are, we're in a gang, and we're warriors. What does warriors mean? It mean you outside with a gun killing your own people. Because you're not doing anything to the other nations. When you look at our people, they're killing each other in these ghettos. So what's the point of being a warrior if we're killing ourselves? It's just like when we look at ourselves, we call ourselves the ops. Oh, yeah, you got to watch out, fam. You got to watch out for the ops. Well, who the ops, bro? Oh, they look like us. So we killing our own people, right? And you're proud of that. Okay, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? Let's get back to the tapes.
You had some killers in the Zulu Nation. You had some break dancers in the Zulu Nation. You had some rappers. You every once in a while you would see LL Cool J. You would see Ice-T. You would see everybody. So it's like now you got it's like right now going around Lil Wayne and Young Thug and all these younger ones right now. The kids is gonna go crazy. So now when you seeing, because it wasn't just so much about Africa Bambaataa, it was about the family. Everybody in Bronx River was part of the Zulu Nation.
But you said that the kids was being molested. So how could all these families just be around and nobody don't know what's going on? And how come none of the other kids that you claim got molested told their parents? Because you said, Haas, that if you would have said something about Bam, your mom would have been killed. But what about all the other kids that he was touching? Would their mom have been killed?
Do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you couldn't have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Wow. If he would have spoke up earlier, his mother would have been dead. That's his excuse for not saying nothing. That's crazy. That's crazy. So he didn't tell a school teacher, he didn't tell a guidance counselor, he didn't tell nobody. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Our parents grew up in the Zulu Nation, and, it was the older generations. And
our parents grew up in the Zulu Nation. So the question is, was Hassan's mother a part of the Zulu Nation? Do you see that? Do you see how I was able to do that? Was the mother a part of the Zulu Nation?
Now you get to see the warriors and you just wanted to be a part of that. Like, for example, you don't really hear his name too much. B.O. was a big inspiration in my life that made me want to be a part of the Zulu Nation. And my big brother, Jerry. You know, these were dudes in that time that, you know, were strong, real strong brothers.
Strong brothers, but all of them were getting greased up. Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand this, fam. Bambaataa. Bam. You know, like Bam Bam Bigelow? Listen. Bam put heavy. I'm talking about heavy meat inside of Haas, bro. What a shame, bro. Heavy. Dark meat. Deep. It's real crazy out here in these streets, bro. Let's go.
Okay, so you started hanging out with Africa Bambaataa. You're 13 or so at the time, and you said he was like a father to you.
Right.
Wow. And so Bam was like a father to him. Do you see it come out? You see that? Look, guys, Bam was a stepdaddy. Bam was a stepdaddy. Let's just call it what it is. You don't ever say a man is like a father to you if he's not a father. That's not a title you just put on any man. He had to be an active man in your life for him to get that title. Like a father. Oh, you're like a father. You were like a father to me. Nah. Let's go.
And have your father around. He was in and out on drugs.
Right.
Okay. So at what point did it turn into just an innocent relationship to something going wrong?
Yeah, where do I start with that? Is him being in the house, coming with the tapes, the VCR, the Vaseline, the porn.
What?
And it's like, oh, okay, this is getting weird. Like, I'll give you an example. What one day when me and
Hold up, wait a minute.
What you talking about, Willis?
He came to you with the grease?
What you talking about, Willis?
Man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. Let's rewind that part back, man. He said he came to him with the grease, man.
To something going wrong.
Yeah, where do I start with that? Is him being in the house, coming with the tapes, the VCR, the Vaseline, the porn.
So you saw So you saw Bam pull up with the Vaseline. Yo. Listen, you ever had a glass that was like at the edge of your desk and you're kind of just doing whatever you're doing and you make that one mistake and it knocks the whole glass over on the floor? Let me just move this glass and put it right over here where it's out of the way. Because I see it happening. I would be upset if that happened, man. But fam, he just said that Bam pulled up, had the tapes, and had the Vaseline in hand, and he stayed in the house. This is crazy, man.
And it's like, oh, okay, this is getting weird. Like, I'll give you an example. What one day when me and Eric was there, and we in
we in the office.
Now check this out, fam. You have to listen. You have to listen carefully to what he say when he explaining these stories, man, because he goes around YouTube talking about how he got violated and, you know, he was touched and all this other stuff. And he make it sound real dramatic because, again, he playing on the emotions of real victims, right? But listen to his story, man. Listen to the story.
/ workout room, the room next to the bathroom, 1609. So we in that room and it's
the workout room. So 8-year-olds are not in the room working out. These are teenagers. They're in the room working out. What's happening now, Haas? Explain.
A weight bench in there.
Okay.
And me and Eric, we working out. We on the bench pressing.
Okay.
Bam comes in the room. He got the Polaroid camera.
Polaroid.
And
what?
Now he's convincing us, oh, look at those muscles.
What?
So now he gassing us up to take our shirt off so we can flex our muscles.
So y'all took y'all shirt off. So y'all weren't forced to do any of this. Y'all willingly did this. Okay, let's get back to the tapes because it gets crazy.
And when he walked out of the room and he started doing the clicking, he clicking with the camera. Me and Eric, we looks at each other and
So y'all looked at each other rather than saying, "Hey, fam, you know what? We need to leave." Y'all decided to stay there and get thied. This is crazy, man. Listen, at 12, 13 years old, for you not to know better is laughable because I got my first job at 12 years old in a professional barbershop. My first job. And I'm not talking about sweeping hair. Listen, I was an actual barber in the barbershop at 12 years old, cutting hair. How did I learn? I used to watch my primo, Jorge, George in Spanish. I used to watch him cut hair in the apartment, and I needed money. And, you know, back then, man, your moms and them, they ain't give you no money. So I continued watching him do his thing, and then I was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna learn. And I remember my mom gave me, I think it was like about $50 or whatever, and that was supposed to be to buy school clothes. $50, you know what I mean? So I'm telling you, it was rough. So instead of going to Bobby's department store on Church Avenue, because that's where I had to go get the clothes from, because when you were poor and broke, your mom shopped at Bobby's on Church Avenue. So I went and bought me a pair of Waltz clippers. And being that I seen my cousin cut hair in the apartment so many times, I pretty much learned all the different adjustments of the things that he was doing. So I went and I told all my friends in the hood, I'm like, yo, come to me to get your cuts. It don't make no sense you go to the barbershop. I'm a barber. And it was like, really? You a barber? It's like, yeah. Come, sit down. So I would steal my cousin's Andy's liner to do the lineup. All I had was the Waltz clipper, and I would do the fades. I knew how to adjust. I knew how to do all of that stuff. And before you know it, fam, the haircut came out perfect. Perfect. You know? The haircut came out perfect. And I think my cousin had walked in and saw me, and he was like, oh, snap, man. Like, you know, like he couldn't believe that I was really doing it. So from 12 years old, I've been cutting hair. And then I went and I got a job in an actual real barbershop. And I continued working in the barbershop up to about age 17, 18, I think around 18, somewhere around there. 17, 18, somewhere around there. I was working in this barbershop on Church Avenue called King Cuts Barbershop. King Cuts. You know? King Cuts Barbershop on Church Avenue. It was East 37 and 38th Street on Church Avenue, right in front of the B35 bus stop. Busta Rhymes used to come to that barbershop. I ain't gonna say for what. You read between the lines, you know? But he used to pull up by the barbershop, all the different rappers. You had, what's that Tribe Called Quest guy? What's that brother, man? Forgot the brother's name. But pretty much, you know, those brothers used to be there. A couple of other guys used to come through. And even Carl Kanai, the designer, the clothing designer from back in the day, Carl Kanai, the legend, he was there too. Q-Tip. There you go, Q-Tip, yeah. A lot of the rappers, the OG rappers from back in the days, they used to come to that barbershop. Very, very popular barbershop, fam. Right on Church Avenue, man. You know what I mean? So I've been doing my thing from way back. So I'm trying to figure out this Hassan character, like, you, rather than you out there having a job, you were busy getting your butt greased up by Bam?
What you talking about, Willis?
There's no way you could tell me that you didn't know what was going on. Because while I was cutting hair at 12, 13, I was making money. But you were getting your butt greased. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. That's why I'm not buying his story, because he's acting as if though he was this little kid and didn't know what was going on. You know good and well what's right from wrong, man. I don't want to hear nothing. A man go and open your cheeks up and start greasing your butt. Now, you got to think about this. You're 13, 14 years old. A grown Bambaataa is massaging your cheeks with grease. You know, the black grease that you get from the 99-cent store, that thick grease that you got to melt. They were greasing them up like this, just greasing them up. And then he said he got thighed. Now, how do you get thighed? That means you had to be bent over and let him do it. So you weren't really molested. You willingly did it. You know what I'm saying? You willingly did it, fam. And I don't think he's going to admit these things, man, but I'm just trying to give you the info. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
He was like, yo, you seen that episode of Different Strokes?
What?
With Arnold and Dudley? And it was the same situation with them, you know, so that takes you back to one of our experiences with Bam. This is what he do.
What?
Okay. At what point did he actually start to molest you, though, after showing you the tapes and so forth?
Absolutely.
At that point, he started to actually...
He follows you in the bathroom. Now, when you go in the bathroom, he got to go in the bathroom with you, and he's peeing at the same time. It's like he's incredible. Now, he's timing you going to the bathroom and pissing at the same time when he's pissing.
No.
Then he comes with the young men is supposed to jerk off, and then he leaves his room door open with porn playing.
Whoa, what the that, man? You what? What are you talking about, man? You hold up. You sitting there letting this mother... How are you gonna let this do this mess to you? So you gonna tell me you allowed him to put big in your behind? Are you kidding me? He put the in your behind. Heavy meat, dark meat, bro, deep. Bro, this is not right, man. This is unethical. This is just not right. This is crazy, man. This is satanic, bro. This man put dark meat deep. This is not right, man. This is some sick stuff, bro. You gotta rebuke this mess, bro. Man. Say it ain't so, Hassan. Say it ain't so.
And he might walk out and then just have you sitting there. And then he leaves you with the porn playing. Then he turns around. This is how you really like. He's and you realize how sick he really is, especially when you think back. Now he has books, and in those black books,
what's in there?
People you never think that you would ever even expect is in those books, butt ass naked. When you look at those books, you actually looking at stair steps of the older generation before you in those books. And him catching all these guys at a young age.
No.
Okay, are these people that we know about these days?
He said, are these people we know about these days? I'm telling you, man, a lot of these rappers in the industry, man, bam, bam, done bam, 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 yeah. My goodness. Man, yo, this is crazy, man. This is some sick stuff, man. And to think that Ha's been talking about this all this time and still ain't do nothing to Bam, bro. I don't know. I just don't get it, man. I don't see how a man can put heavy beef inside of you and you ain't do nothing to him. I'm trying to figure this out. It's like you're a man, a teenage young man, and Bam come up to you and he's like, listen, son, you know, I want you to turn around.
Okay, Bam, you want me to turn around?
Yeah, I need for you to turn around.
Okay. Do you want me to turn around like this?
Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna hold this thing and put the grease.
Whoa, that sound tickles a little bit.
I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of demon he had in Bambaata's house.
Demon, you say? We've done many things in Bambaata's house. Yes, Ringo. Hassan loved the dark meat. We thawed him many times. Yes. Yes, I say.
This is crazy, man. What in the world going on? My goodness, man. I don't know what's going on here, man. It's too early in the morning for this. Let's get back to the tapes.
Well, some of them probably. And I know in the past I done threw names out, and I said I'm gonna try my best not to really call people out. But you know, in the streets,
what?
In the streets, woo-wee. Like, yeah. I mean, the reality of it is, it's like this in Bronx River, and a lot of people don't want to admit it.
What?
One day, there was a fight, and I said this in my video that Star had put up.
He's about to give us a story time, guys.
One day there was a fight going on. I believe it was a Roy Jones fight.
Okay.
And there was like 50 dudes.
50 dudes, gangsters in the crib.
Inside the apartment watching the fight.
Damn, 50 dudes inside the project? That's crazy, man. That's a lot of dudes up in there, man. I bet you that place was stinking.
So when I come in, I'm the last one to come into the fight.
The last one to come into the fight? Pause. Whoa. Hey, yo. Bro. I don't know, man. Hey, it is what it is. Let's go.
Somebody said to me, they was like, all right, Bam done tried everybody in this room.
What?
What'd he do to you?
Nah.
Then the whole room bust out laughing. I started laughing with him, but later on, I was like deep in thought, like, this nigga got me.
What? He got you? Yo, he got you, man?
Yes, Ringo. We got him.
We got him, Ringo. Yes, we got Hassan Campbell. He thought he was gonna get away. But no, we decided to thigh him. Wax on, wax off.
I don't know what's going on with this stream, bro. Some crazy stuff going on here, man. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes, man.
But the truth of the matter is, a lot of the people that, you know, in Bronx River, if it's 10 people in a room, Bam got 7 of them.
Whoa!
I mean, look, if you're gay...
If there's 10 people... Hold up. Vlad just says, if you're what? Whoa. Wait a minute, wait. Hold on now. Let's rewind that back, man. Hold on. Let's see what he said, fam.
In Bronx River, if it's 10 people in a room, Bam got 7 of them.
Whoa!
I mean, look, if you're gay, especially if you're a celebrity, you could find a boyfriend or you could find a man that's willing to do things with you. You know, I mean, being a celebrity puts you in a different kind of place when it comes to relationships. Why do you think that he was focusing on young kids as opposed to just finding someone who's 18 or older?
Because see, that's the whole key to it. It's like I tell people all the time, when that man go to sleep at nighttime, he doesn't have a boyfriend that he's going to sleep with. It's always a child.
What?
And I'm not going to say that he's not into, you know, grown men, but the reality of it is his history, his timeline, it's always been little boys. He's always kept little boys around him, sort of like Michael Jackson.
Now, notice how Haas just threw Michael Jackson in under the bus. You see how he just disrespected Michael Jackson, y'all? Now, watch Vlad TV now.
It's always little boys around.
Okay, well, outside of you, there's been other people that came forward. A guy named Lord Sharif.
Other guys come forward? Lord Sharif? What?
Said that he personally witnessed inappropriate behavior between Bambaataa and young teenage boys.
So how come he didn't call the cops? See, all of these people that claim they witnessed this and they witnessed that, notice none of them calling the cops. None of them are telling anybody. They wait till later on in life. That's because they were all down with it, man, at the end of the day.
He also said that, you know, other members of the Universal Zulu Nation were fully aware of this. And then there was a guy named Bee Stinger.
Bee Stinger? Whoa. What kind of name is Bee Stinger, fam? That's a crazy name right there. You know, I don't know.
Who came forward and talked about it. And I remember at the time that this was all happening.
Right.
Bambaata's initial response, was Bee Stinger the first one to really talk about this? Or was it
I was the first one. I came out on Facebook.
What?
After I came out on Facebook, Muhammad Stanley Bell reached out to me. He's pretty much control of the Zulu Nation security. He has the Zulu Warriors security company, which I used to be a part of.
Right.
He reached out to me. They just started the company, and he was like, "This is looking bad. It's hurting the company." So after a few hours of that going viral, I took the video down.
Wow.
But you know how the internet goes. Somebody's always going to grab it. Somebody grabbed the video, and 6 months.
Yeah, just like how I grabbed all of these video clips. For example, this particular clip right here. Let me see if I can find this clip. It's an interesting clip, fam, of Hassan Campbell. Now, check this out, gang. This is the same guy that claimed he was touched, the same guy that says that Bam violated him. Let's see how Hassan conduct himself as a grown man today.
If I see Doggy Diamonds, I'm gonna knock you out and I'm gonna fuck you.
Wow.
You gonna be the only nigga I fuck.
Wow.
Not Bam. I'm gonna knock you out and fuck your butt.
Whoa.
If I see Doggy Diamonds, I'm gonna knock you out and I'm gonna you gonna be the only nigga I Not Bam. I'm gonna knock you out and your butt.
Wow. So you're gonna knock a man out, Hassan, and put heavy meat in his butt.
What you talking about, Willis?
I don't get it, fam. I just don't get that, man. This is crazy. But this is the world we live in, man. This is the world that we live in, guys, where guys will knock a guy out. And you know that's actually a prison tactic, you know. Well, now that you think of it, it's a prison tactic. You know, I did some studying on YouTube, watching a couple of videos, and based on my research and investigation, in the penitentiary, it's an old convict technique where it's called steal a booty. Hey, I didn't make this up, so don't look at me now. It's called steal a booty, where, you know, they see a guy, a potential guy that they want his booty, right? And what they'll do is they'll steal on him, right, with a hook, knock him out. That way they could take the booty, and by the time the dude wake up, he don't even know he got. This is what they're doing. So when you hear Hassan say he would knock out a man and put heavy meat inside of him, it could be an issue where he did this already in prison. Probably did that to a couple of young guys, you know what I mean, in the penitentiary. You never know. But I personally believe that he may have done this in the penitentiary to some young man, some young kid, and, you know, blew his back out. Many times he probably did this type of stuff. This is why when it comes to these kind of guys, man, you got to be really careful with them, because you never know what they're willing to do, especially in today's day. You just never know. You never know what they would do. Like, you can't even trust Haas around kids. Like, I mean, hey, hear it from him. He said it himself.
Because some of these dudes in the Zulu Nation, including me, have been molested by Bam. And anybody who has been molested cannot be trusted with kids.
There you go.
And I would tell you that even about myself. Anybody who has been molested cannot be trusted with kids, because you have a habit of when you're touched, you touch other people's kids.
No!
Because some of these dudes in the Zulu Nation...
Did you just hear what he just said, fam? Did you just hear what this man just said? I didn't make that up. He just said that himself. I didn't say he said it. He just said what he said. But you mad at me because I'm showing you the tapes. All I'm doing is showing you the tapes. I'm not making nothing up. I'm letting the tapes do all the talking. Let's get back to the tapes.
Later, I wakes up, I get a phone call from a brother, very strong brother. He was like, yo, they talking about killing you. I said, what is you talking about? He said, look at the newspaper. I looks at the newspaper. It's bee stinger all over the newspaper.
Yeah, and
so he's saying that they thinking about killing Haas. Why didn't you just go into a witness protection program and call the feds and just be a witness and let them move you out, and then pretty much let them know the whereabouts of Bam, and you could have shut down his whole operation? See, this is what I don't understand. His story is not making sense when you really think about it.
Remember, at that time, like I said, I was doing interviews with Lord Jamar, and Bambaata's response was, I don't know who this bee stinger guy is. I've never met him before. I don't know who he is. And Jamar was like, well, that's not true, because I've personally seen B Stinger and Africa Bambaataa together many times. He was in the studio together, et cetera, et cetera. So from Jamar's point of view, he was like, okay, I'm not believing Bambaataa's stories at this point. And, I believe the victims. And at this point, how many people have come forward and said that they've been molested by Bambaataa? I mean, besides you and B Stinger?
About 7 of them.
Okay.
He's actually currently running from the courts right now. There's a John Doe who because everybody think that I'm the John Doe. I'm not the John Doe. There's a John Doe that's actually coming out on him right now, and Bam hasn't been showing up in court. He's missed every court date.
How come you, Haas? How come you don't have a lawsuit or anything on Bam? How come you never pressed for him to get arrested? These are just simple questions. Because it's like you're talking about what everybody else got, but you ain't doing anything. Like, you ain't filed no charges. You ain't doing anything. It's like you like Bam. Like, that's just the way it's looking. It's like if you really liked him and there was a falling out, and now you're trying to throw him under the bus. It's just not looking right, because you took photos with him before, right? You took photos with him before, and it's like now you're just on this mission to destroy the man's name. And to me, that's very telling, to say the least.
Is this criminal or is this civil?
I believe both.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it's definitely civil.
What, Willis?
I mean,
civil?
What you talking about, Willis?
What is this guy talking about? So it's a civil matter. So let me get this straight. A grown man greasing up kids. It's a civil. Your Honor, we're here for a civil matter. Bam was putting grease on my client. You could let him come to the stand to give his testimony.
Hello, Your Honor.
Yes, young man. What exactly happened to you in the situation here?
Well, this is tough for me. Give me a minute.
Take your time, young man.
Well, I went to Bam's house. I'm an inspired rapper. He told me that he'll make me a star. And he had a studio. And he had all this equipment. And I was so happy. He told me to go in the vocal booth.
Proceed, young man. Tell us your story.
I went in the vocal booth. It was only room enough for one person. And he told me. He told me to sing on the mic. And then it happened.
What What you talking about, Willis?
What happened, young man? Tell us. You don't have to be afraid of him. Tell us your story.
Well, this is what happened. I went in the booth, and he came in the booth behind me. He told me to put the grease.
Finish your story, young man.
Your Honor, I can't anymore. I can't.
You can. Finish the story. Finish him!
Well, he put the black grease. And then he thigh'd me. Oh no.
What you talking about, Willis?
This is crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, he thigh'd him, fam. Like, this is sad, man. I don't even know how I'm doing all this stuff. You ever wonder, like, how in the world I'm doing all of this stuff live? Like, how you able to be all animated so live and, like, you didn't make no mistakes? I'm still trying to figure it out myself, man. Like, literally. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
Honestly, I haven't, ever since these things have come out, I've never seen Bambaataa really just period. I mean, he made a couple of statements in the beginning denying it, and then that was it. I haven't seen any interviews. I haven't seen him do shows. I haven't seen him on tour, nothing.
Well, I mean, you notice that when he was speaking, he would avoid my name. He wouldn't even...
Just like you avoid my name, Hassan. Hassan know good and well I'm making all these videos, man. Bruh, man, like, yo, I ain't even mentioning Ringo's name, bruh. That dude is too good at what he do, bro. I'm not even mentioning his name. I don't want my audience to even know him. I'm not even gonna say nothing, man. Maybe if I just don't say his name, he'll just go away. No, fam, I'm never going away. You know what I mean? This is what I do, fam. I'm good at what I do.
And Shimmy? See, with Ron Savage, right? Ron Savage.
Anyway, just to note, Ron Savage is Bee Stinger.
Yes, Bee Stinger. Ron Savage was a money grab.
A money grab? Really? Okay.
Even though I believe everything that Ron Savage said, he used it as an opportunity to pull a Cassie.
Wow. Did you see what this guy just did, fam? He basically just said that the Ron Savage guy, Bee Stinger, or whatever his name is, pulled a Cassie. He basically minimized Ron Savage's situation. He minimized Cassie's situation by saying it was just a money grab, which means he disregard them being victims. So in his mind, if you go after money, you're not really a victim. But Haas don't even want Bam to be in prison. He don't even want money. He want Bam to be registered as a sex offender. I kid you not. He said that, I believe, on the Queen's Flip podcast. I believe they asked him a question. It was like, look, what do you want to happen to Bam? And he said, oh, I want Bam to be registered as a sex offender. Really? And he said the same thing on Vlad. He said the same thing. He said that he want Bam to be registered as a sex offender. I just bust out laughing. And you're mad at Cassie because she got a bag. All you want is another man to be registered as a sex offender. What does that do, and what does that prevent with kids? Like, it doesn't make no sense, man. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
And he's not going to admit that, because now, if there's videos up there, I wish I could have sent it to you, where Ron Savage actually, he recanted his story and said now it's a misunderstanding. Bam didn't know how old he was.
Wow.
So after marching on Brooklyn Bridge and going to Albany and being a part of the Child Victims Act.
Listen.
After all of that.
Haas, you got to stop playing, stop the cap. You bent over for Bam. I don't want to hear that mess, Bam. In order for Bam to put the black grease on you and put heavy meat inside of you, deep, you had to bend over. Now, how did it move from how your pants came off? Because you said that Bam violated you. How? He never forced nothing on you. Everything you did was a willing act. Just say you were curious. Just say back in the day you were in the closet or whatever the case is, and you were experimenting. I mean, at least if you say that, you could say, oh, when I was a kid, I didn't really know. I was experimenting, and, you know, one thing led to another, and heavy meat end up inside. I don't know, fam. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But let's get back to the tapes.
He recants his story. Now, a lot of people ask, when I initially came out on Bam, I said that I'm never going to court.
What?
But after a while, the people was like, you got to take him to court. So what happened was Layla Wills helped me to get an attorney. Not anybody else. Layla Wills helped me to get an attorney.
So basically, he had the opportunity to get the attorney to take Bam out, but he didn't. Y'all putting this puzzle together?
Turns around that the attorney that I had was the same attorney that Ron Savage had. So whatever when Ron started going back on his statements, they must have just looked at the whole situation and said, I'm not even wasting my time.
No.
And the lawyer told me, he was like, we can't find Africa Bambaataa. And if we go to court and we can't find him, the case is not going to go anywhere.
You listening to this garbage? An attorney will find you. That's BS. What is he talking about? Oh, we can't find him. What? You can find anybody in this world. What are you talking about? Anybody in this world can be found. Your social security? Oh, we're going to find you. We're going to find your location. We're going to find your address. Especially when you're dealing with court issues, they're going to find you. I don't want to hear that nonsense he talking about.
Because we can't get in contact with him to subpoena him. And it was like, another lawyer is going to take this case, but they're not going to be able to get anywhere.
He's saying these things to dance around the fact that he never pursued legal action against Bam. This man said he didn't want no money, and he didn't want Bam to be in prison. Nothing. He wanted street justice. That's what he originally wanted. That's why I don't understand why he is on Vlad acting like he really was doing these things when he wanted the community to form a lynch mob and take out Bambaataa. Check it out.
My story wasn't worth. I ain't asked for no money. I asked for street justice. Couldn't even get that.
Couldn't even get that. You heard that. He wanted street justice. He wanted the streets to put hands on Bam. You know, the same way Bam put hands on his cheeks. You know? Let's get back to the tapes.
That's what the lawyer told me. So after they shut the case down, I was like, okay, you know what? It ain't meant to be, because the reality of it is,
it ain't meant to be. What do you mean it ain't meant to be? Are you kidding me? It gotta be meant to be. How could you say it wasn't meant? So it wasn't meant to be that Bam get caught? That's crazy.
I wanted for him to do was to admit to what he did. Which in all actuality, he did admit to what he did to me in front of a room of people.
Really?
I mean, at the time that this was happening, I mean, you'd been molested before, like you said. At this time that this was happening, did you feel like you were gay or straight or bisexual or what?
I felt like I was violated.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hold on, Haas. Hold on. You gonna let Vlad just press you like that and called you, basically said either you're gay or bisexual, and you didn't say nothing back to him? You didn't give him no pushback. But yet, if a podcaster said anything about you or cracked jokes, you ready to go crazy and make video after video after video, right? This is crazy, man. Let's rewind back this tape. We got to hear that again, man. This is crazy. Let's see where we at.
At this time that this was happening, did you feel like you were gay or straight or bisexual or what?
Yo, that's a crazy question, bro. And he just let Vlad just get away with it, bro. Like, Vlad just violated you right there, bro. This is crazy. When do you sleep, Ringo? You cooking? I don't sleep at all. Ain't no time to sleep, fam. I told you, man, when you're doing this content, man, no days off and no sleep, bro. I'm actually tired right now. You could probably look at me and you could probably tell that I am tired right now, but I gotta finish this job. It's just like when you at the 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? When you at the 9 to 5, right? It'd be those days you at the 9 to 5 and you be tired, man. Some of y'all be at y'all desk, y'all be like this. Right? But you still got to stay up because you don't want your supervisor to come in the room, catch you sleeping. You know what I mean? I remember when I used to be on a 9 to 5 grind and I used to have coworkers, they used to be sleeping. I used to be pissed off. I'm like, yo, bro, get up, bro. I'm over here doing all the work and you over there sleeping. You know what I mean? It's some crazy stuff, man. Like, I couldn't deal with that, man. But yeah, why am I saying all of this? Trying to figure out why I'm saying all of this. I just don't even know why. Wait, because, all right, so somebody asks, when do you sleep, Ringo? And I was like, I don't sleep. Got work to do, fam. I got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? You see how I changed the lighting on the floor? I changed the lighting. I put the pink lighting on the floor because I realized I had it blue and it was just too much blue. You know what I mean? I had added some contrast to the room. So it's like with the pink on the floor, it adds a nice vibe. You know what I'm saying? Everything just looked cool. So yeah, that's going to be the new color right there. You know, it is what it is, man. So, you know, make sure you click the like button, please. Click the like button. Let's get back to the tapes, fam. We got about 9 more minutes.
I felt like I was violated. And
how were you violated? How were you violated, Haas? We gotta literally expose the fact that you said that Bam never put heavy meat inside of you. That's what you said here.
Bam ain't never penetrate me anally, but what he did do, and I never really told nobody this.
Now notice what he just said. He said Bam never penetrated him. So if Bam never penetrated you, how did you really get violated?
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm trying to figure it out, you know, because you said that he never put heavy meat in you. Listen.
Bam ain't never penetrate me anally, but what he did do, and I never really told nobody this. My first experience when I went to Connecticut.
So when you went to Connecticut, free will choice to go to Connecticut, you were traveling, you weren't with your mom, so that means you were old enough to go there. Are y'all seeing this, the timeline? He was old enough. He was mature enough to know what he was doing. He went to Bam.
I'm going to tell you how sick the nigga mind is, because he did the same shit to me. That's how I know Bee Sting is not lying. Bam knew that there would be some physical evidence. So what he did was he thawed me as a young boy. What? He thawed me. as a young boy, where he basically rubbing his penis in between your thigh, going into your because he probably realized at me being so young, the damage, I would probably have to go to the hospital. He would probably have to answer. He knew that Bam is not stupid. So my first experience, and see, he can't call me a liar because at the end of the day, I know where the house is at. I know he owns a house in Connecticut. Bam can't. The reason why he played Ron Savage the way he played him, everybody knows me to be a son of Bam. So when I came forward, it was like devastating.
Wow.
Bam ain't never penetrate me anally, but what he did do, and I never really told nobody this.
So he just said it there for the court of public opinion. Haas just said that Bam never put heavy meat inside of him. So if Bam never put heavy meat inside of him, even though I believe that he did, then how could he have violated him? Because Vlad just asked Haas, do he consider himself to be bisexual or gay? Respectfully, because, you know, if Haas come out the closet today, right? Let's just say hypothetically that Haas decides, you know, that he want to come out the closet, right? And he come out as gay. It wouldn't be a surprise to us, you know what I mean? Because we know about his situation with Bam. So to me, he should just come out and just be who he is. So this is why Vlad asked him, do you consider yourself gay or bisexual? Because there's a video where Haas said, if a man sang on your microphone or did anything like that, that you would be gay. But yet, this is what happened to Haas. It's like, I think it's in the Queen's Flip. Yeah, it's in the Queen's Flip video. If you look at the Queen's Flip video, we reviewed it. Haas said that Bam walked into the room and I guess played with the young guy's equipment. This is what he said, that Bam came in and I guess milked them. That would be appropriate, right? I think that's a safe way to say it, right? Because I'm trying to keep everything clean. You know, like how when you milk a cow, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. I'm going like this. Hey, yo. What are you doing, bro? Like, bro, why are you going like this? This is crazy, man. My hand is literally going like this, bro. Bro, why are you doing this, fam?
Well, you know, Ringo, I'm just moving my hand.
Yeah, but I'm saying you doing that mess like that, fam. That's making me look bad, bro. You can't be doing that stuff.
Well, you know, I got a mind of my own, you know?
This is crazy, man. Let's get back to these tapes, man. This is some crazy stuff. Hands are talking and whatnot. This is why I keep telling you brothers, man, to stop. Listen, you guys, man, y'all got to stop beating the drum, fam. Stop letting your hand talk to you. Stop watching Korn. Stop signing up to OnlyFans. It is what it is, man. Let's get back to the tapes. Top of the morning, 6:31 a.m. New York time. Rise and shine. In case you're tuning in on the show, we're talking about Hassan Campbell got backdoored by VLADTV for 5 shekels. That's right. He got backdoored by VLADTV for 5 shekels. That's crazy, man.
I'm glad you asked that question. I see on social media.
Yo, somebody in the comments. Yo, somebody in the comments said Bambaataa tossed his salad. And they put the salad emoji. Yo. Yo, where you find that mess at, fam? Yo, this is crazy, man. Hold on. Hold on a second, man. This is not right. This is not right, fam. This is not right. It's not safe. What in the world's going on, man? I gotta put this on the screen. It's too early for this, man. It's too early for this, man. Somebody said that this dude, where in the world the image go, yo? I don't even know where it is, man. This is crazy, bro. What in the world is going on, man? Let me see if I can find it, bro. This is crazy, fam. What in the world? Make sure you click the like button. Likes don't cost you not $1, fam. Likes do not cost you not $1. This got to be it here. No? This is not it? So where is it? Oh, there you go. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Check this out, fam. Bambaataa tossed his salad, bro. Check out the salad bowl. Yo. That was funny, man. Because what happened was I was just looking at the side and I saw the chat and I saw the salad bowl and I was like, no. This is sad, man. This is like real life stuff that really happened, man. Like, he really had his salad tossed, bro. This is some sick stuff, man. This is some sick stuff, man. Haas, man. I don't know what kind of sick world y'all had going over there in Bronx River, man. But it's some messed up stuff going on.
A lot of people compare themselves to me as if I'm weak.
Well, you had to be weak if you was on your knees. You know? You know, like them damn R&B songs them guys be singing.
You know, baby, when I come, I feel so weak. And I'll cook you dinner too. And I'll rub your back. Baby, baby. I'll give you anything. I'll get on my knees and I'll pay your rent. And I'll cook you dinner too. And I'll rub your back too.
Some crazy stuff going on, man. I don't know, man.
What you talking about, Willis?
This is crazy. And I didn't even have no drink. Just imagine if I had a drink, bro. I'll be wilding out, man. There'd be some crazy stuff going on here, fam. But anyway, let's get back to the tapes.
Because of what I went through. So my question to all the straight men.
What?
Because for a gay young man, he may be able to get over that. That's his preference. But when you have to wear the title of homosexuality and you're a straight man,
how do you mean wear the title homosexuality? Wrong word.
You get over the wicked thoughts of a grown man violating you the way he violated me.
Wait a minute. Wait. Yo. Nah, man. It's the way he said it. Yo. Wait a minute. I don't mean to laugh.
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. Praise him.
Yo, the way he said it, man. Hold on. He said he got violated, bro. Hold on, man. Let's hear that again.
For a gay young man, he may be able to get over that. That's his preference.
Okay.
But when you have to wear the title of homosexuality and you're a straight man, how do you get over the wicked thoughts of a grown man violating you the way he violated me? I wish the people
What on this, boy? me tell you, the man I talk about, him get violated by a man. Fire for that, bumbleclad. You know, say the man I talk about, him get violated by a man. My youth, you I get the grease. Bambada, that sound like a tune me a make. Bambada, come to the place and the man them a father. Come to the home and the man them gather. All of the money in the place them stammer. The stammer, them bada.
I don't know, man. I must be tired, man. You know what I'm gonna do next, man? I'm gonna get, you know what? I'm gonna have to hook this up, man. I'm gonna hook up my my smaller keyboard. Hold on, where the camera at? Oh, where the camera there? I'm gonna hook up my smaller keyboard. I'm gonna hook it up in front of me one of these days, cause that's what I bought this for. I'm gonna hook this up so I can have like the drum sounds and the instruments and all that other stuff, so that when I'm going crazy on camera doing whatever I'm doing, it's like I'm gonna do like some beats and whatnot, you know, like at the same time. So that way it's like the live show is more live, because like while I'm, you know, like how I'm singing songs and stuff, I'll just be playing the piano and doing like a beat like right there while I'm just going crazy. You know, that'll be very entertaining. Right? But let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Who sit up there, you know, and brag about how they done went through the worst of the worst in life. Put yourself in my shoes.
No, man, I put myself in your bomber-clad shoes, boy. My youth. You know what me I say? Man, I talk about him want a man to go on in them shoes. I don't want to be in your shoes, brethren. A man grease you up. You let a man grease you up. The man will hold you from the back and put a black grease on you. No. Fire for that. This is crazy, man. It's some crazy stuff. Hey, Papi, I tried telling you, man. Hey, primo. I tried telling, man. He coming to my, hey, you coming to my store, Papi. I tried telling, come to the counter and pay, Papi. Hey, primo. Hey, don't let me have to go call my son. Or get my knife. Or get my gun. You know, mi madre, she come to the country to live a better life. I don't want no problem. You know, I call a policia on you. I don't want no problem, Papi. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble, Papi. Come to the counter and pay $2 pesos, lao. Hey, Papi. Hey, tu loco a la cabeza. Hey, no me pegue. No me pegue. Hey, vete para allá, Papi. Hey, primo, hey. Don't do that to me, man. I don't want no problem. Yo, this is getting crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Seriously, I don't know what's going on, fam. Some weird stuff is happening.
You, if Bambada put his pickle anywhere on your body.
What? Whose man's is this? Shout out to Kev. What is it? What's his name? I don't even know what the dude's name is. It's Kev. No. something, whatever his name is. Whose man's is this? You know what? I need to get that sound effect on the board. That's what I need. Yes. I'm gonna go get that sound effect. I gotta put that sound effect on the board tonight. I need that sound effect on this board, man. Definitely. I'm gonna implement that into this board, the soundboard, fam. This is crazy. He just said that somebody put a pickle on him, fam. This is crazy. You know, let's hear that again.
Up there, you know, and brag about how they done went through the worst of the worst in life. Put yourself in my shoes. I ask you, if Bam Bada put his pickle anywhere on your body, can you live with it? How do you adapt to that? How do you get over that? How do you not sit there and have a drink and then fall deep into those thoughts and not crash out?
I need therapy.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Yo, this is crazy, yo. This man should have been a comedian, bro. That man said, Bam, if Bam put his pickle on you. So you want us to think about pickles on ourselves, man? Nah, fam. But now watch how Vlad offers him therapy. Let's check this part out, fam.
How do you not sit there and have a drink and then fall deep into those thoughts and not crash out?
I mean, therapy would probably help.
But if you could find a therapist that could actually erase those nasty thoughts, please.
So is Haas saying, now you know what's so crazy about this, fam? This is how I know that Hassan is a hypocrite. Because people been telling Hassan to go seek therapy for a long time. And he don't listen to none of us because we're black. But when the white man says it's time for therapy, all of a sudden he's like, oh, if you can find a therapist, you know what I'm saying, I will give it a shot. I mean, if you can find one, I'll give it a shot. So that's the only time you're willing to listen, Haas, is when the white man say to go therapy. This is crazy, man. We got to really stop doing this, man. It's like we only move when a Caucasian person says it. It's like you'll have a black man, he'll be selling a book, right? Book is full of knowledge, full of information that could change your life. You won't buy his book because he's black. But if a white guy come along, makes a book, plagiarize off of that guy's book, you'll buy the white guy's book. I'm telling you, man, it's sick. It's really sick out here, man. Let's go.
Now, listen, I've never gone through anything like that. I was lucky. You know.
Wow.
My
Wow. Vlad TV is sarcastic, man. You ain't see that sarcastic move he pulled there? Listen to that again, fam, because one thing I can pick up on with white folk, fam, is sarcasm. You have to understand, white folk are masters at using sarcasm. Black folk don't know how to be sarcastic. White folk know how to be sarcastic in a way that is so subtle, bro. They'll be literally making fun of you, insulting you right in your face, and you don't even know it's happening. I know this because, you know, I went to an all-white junior high and high school, and I picked up on how they do their thing, fam. You got to listen to how Vlad insulted him and mocked him. Listen to this carefully.
Now, listen, I've never gone through anything like that. I was lucky. You know.
I'm telling you, man, they good at this stuff, bro. He said, I never went through nothing like that. I was lucky. I was lucky. Now, you have to understand, his Caucasian audience, they're all laughing. Because they get it. You ever watch, like, I guess white comedians? And I'm not talking about the Jim Carreys and the comedians that you might know. I'm talking about like white comics that do stand up. A lot of times they have special jokes that only white people understand. we'll be in the comedy club looking at them, and they'll be like, hey, John, you know, at work, I pulled it out. And the audience will be going crazy. And you'll be sitting there like,
What you talking about, Willis?
because you don't get it. It's said in a coded, it's like white code. Only white people understand it, fam. So when you listen to Vlad say, hey, you know, I was lucky. It's sarcasm, man. It's sarcasm at its best.
But if you could find a therapist that could actually erase those nasty thoughts.
What nasty thoughts? You said that the man never put heavy meat inside of you. All he did is thigh you. So you telling me that the nasty thoughts of him greasing up your butt. I mean, how you sat there. See, here's the thing, Haas. This is what I'm trying to figure out, fam, with all due respect. You mean to tell me as a teenager, 14, 15 years old, you bent over and made Bambaataa grease up your butt and massage your cheeks? I'm not trying to picture it. Hey, yo. This is crazy, man. You made that man grease you up and put heavy meat on your cheek. Heavy meat now. Between your cheeks. That's sad, bro. Let's hear what he got to say, fam. Let's hear what he got to say. Let's go.
Please.
Now, listen, I've never gone through anything like that. I was lucky. You know, I was never molested as a child. I was never around people that molested me. You know, my parents. Now, check out the sarcasm again. You have to listen to this very carefully, fam. I'm telling you, white folk, they're very good with these words, man. I'm telling you, you have to have grown up around white people to understand white vernacular. You see, like how when you from the hood as a black man, black woman, and we have our own slang, our own lingo of how we talk, we can understand each other. Well, same thing in the white community, fam. They got their own way now. Listen to him very carefully. Watch this. Check this out, fam. You know, we're ultimately good parents. I know people.
It just went right over your head. It just went right over your head, man. Listen to this, fam. I have to break it down for y'all, fam.
But if you could find a therapist.
I'm going to break it down.
That could actually erase those nasty thoughts. Please.
Now, listen, I've never gone through anything like that. I was lucky.
I was lucky. In other words, you know, I ain't have to grow up in that mess like you.
You know, I was never molested as a child. I was never around people that molested me.
I was never around dysfunctional people like what you got in your community. I'm giving y'all the translations.
You know, my parents.
Meaning I had good parents. I wasn't raised in a single mother household. See, what I'm doing is I'm giving you the translation of white vernacular and lingo. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm literally interpreting Vlad.
You know, we're ultimately good parents.
Good parents. See, he had good parents while you had a junkie dad that was strung out and, you know, your whole house was out of order. You have to understand what he's saying.
I know people this has happened to, but I feel lucky that I managed to have an actual childhood without having to deal with this type of thing. And
he had a childhood, but you didn't have no childhood, Haas. Do you hear the difference? He's literally laughing and mocking you at the same time. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I'm telling you, white folks are so good at you know, doing this type of stuff. They do it so well in your face. You think that they're just being normal, like very, very sarcastic at times, man. Sarcasm, they specialize in it, fam. Like, for example, you ever see a situation with like a Karen? She's in a store and, you know, you're there with your child and your child's grabbing something and the Karen just come out of the way.
Excuse me.
Yes, can I help you?
You know, your children are over there destroying the store.
Well, they're just playing with the dolls.
Not necessarily. They're destroying property. I would really appreciate it if you just tell your child to not damage company stores.
You want me to tell my child what?
I'm not starting to start any trouble. I'm just a customer in the store, and I feel a little type of way.
Miss, I think you need to mind your business and just go over there and just stay quiet.
I don't really think that it's necessary to do that. I was just trying to be helpful.
How many of you been there? Somebody getting on your nerve, a crazy Karen is in the store, and then they hit you with, I was just trying to be helpful. And while she's talking like that, everybody around is looking at you as the aggressor. Yeah, have that ever happened to you? Like you look like the bad guy because you raise your voice, and they just sitting there, look like the angel, and you just look like the bad guy. You don't fall for that, man. Don't fall for the sarcasm and the traps that they put out, fam. I recognize all those traps. That's why it's not easy to pull me in those traps, fam. Not me. I'm the type that capitalize off of the sarcasm and the buffoonery, and I end up making them get upset. I know how to make people get upset, fam. Like when they're trying to get me upset, I know how to reverse it and give a counter move, and they'll be pissed, man. I pissed off many Karens already, fam. Like, had them, they're getting red, boiling red, fam. Like, seriously. You know, some crazy stuff. I could tell you stories forever with some Karens, bro. I might have to record, or not record, upload some content, man. You know how many Karens I caught on tape doing stuff, fam, by riding out with a scooter and have all the video playing? I caught Karens doing all sorts of stuff, man. Karens in the car. Karen's trying to get me into an argument. Like, I'll pull up at the light. They'll be arguing like, how you going to pull up on the left? And I'm looking at her like this. And I'm like, have a nice day. She get pissed, yo. It's like some funny stuff. I might have to edit a whole bunch of these bloopers, man. Like, I be pissing people off sometimes.
Yeah, man, I'm very sorry. And like I said, there was so many accusations and at this point, so many lies coming from Bambaataa saying he doesn't know this bee stinger guy and so forth that, you know, I'm confident in what you guys are saying is true.
So Vlad believes Hassan's story. So you see, this was the deal that Hassan made with Vlad as he sold out for 5 shekels. He wanted to push his story into the algorithm, but it didn't work. Nobody really cares.
And, you know, as an Africa Bambaataa fan,
now check it out, what he have to say about Africa Bambaataa.
And I mean, this guy is known as the godfather of hip hop. You know, Kool Herc was the inventor of hip hop, but Bambaataa was the godfather. And it's, you know, as someone that's listened to his music, that's interviewed him multiple times. In fact, now that I think about it, when I was a DJ and I was on tour, I was in Belgium, he just happened to be there. And we all hung out. I remember him DJing at the club and actually pulling me aside and saying, oh, yo, are you the DJ Vlad that did this reggae mix? Because I play it all the time. And I remember at that point, that was like one of the highlights in my life. I'm like, oh, shit, Bambaataa is playing my shit. Goddamn, Bambaataa is playing my shit. And then we all had dinner together and everything. And I'm a grown man at this point. You know, I'm like 30, so.
That's how you got around it, because my next question to you is, so he didn't invite you back to the hotel?
What?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Why would you ask Vlad that question? Why would you ask that question, though? Like, why would you say that? And you smiling like He's smiling about this, fam. Look at the smile, bruh. Did he invite you back to the hotel? What? Are y'all listening to this? This is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Like, he's literally asking Vlad, did he invite you to the hotel for a cup of tea? Get to the tapes.
Had dinner. The promoter that had booked me and him, I believe, we all had dinner at his house, and the promoter's mother made dinner for all of us. There was no hotel. There was nothing else like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be honest. That's exactly what happened. I've never. This is why, to me, this was such a shock, because my experiences with Bambaataa have always been, good. It's always been front and center.
Front and center. Whoa. Whoa. Front and center. No, sir. Front and center, man. This is crazy, man. Man.
But then again, I'm a grown man, and I'm also straight, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
Yo, he's dropping more sarcasm there. He's saying he's straight. So basically, he's saying that Haas is not. He's literally, I'm telling you, man, he's messing him up now, man. This is crazy.
Clearly, I'm not his type.
See, that's the most.
Yo, he said clearly I'm not his type. Yo, which mean that Haas is his type because he greased him up. Can't you get it? Yo. This is crazy, man. This is out of this world, fam.
Dangerous thing about Afrika Bambaataa is if you could take away the fact that he's into children, he would probably be one of the best people that you ever met.
What?
Yeah. Like I said, I've only had positive experiences with him.
Hold up. He just said if you could take away the things that he did with children, he's this great person. Are y'all listening to this mess? Are y'all seeing how Haas is basically calling Bambaataa a great person, even after taking heavy meat into his back door? Like Bambaataa, listen. Bambaataa put heavy meat deep. We're talking about dark meat. Deep. This is sad. It's sad that he went to Bambaataa's house and let Bambaataa do this to him, man. Like, this is crazy. Man.
I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I saw the writing on the wall. No, none of that. He was a cool dude. He was someone that I admired, someone that was respectful with me. But at this point,
now again, guys, we always do this to our own people. We destroy all our heroes. We destroy all of the influence of our people. We love doing this. And we go on a white stage and we crucify our own. Now watch what Vlad says about Bambaataa and hip hop in general. Check it out.
Whatever his legacy is no longer that because of all this.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And see, this is what we do to our own people. We destroy our own legacies and we let the white man put the stamp of approval on it. So by Vlad saying that with 5 million subscribers, Bam have no legacy no more. It's like because of this. Because of what? Because of the allegations that HASSAN Campbell brought forward, which still haven't really been proven. They're just allegations, still haven't been proven. Like, where's the actual proof other than Hassan saying this is what it is? You know, if there's a photo book, where's proof of this book? You know, where are all of the victims? How come Haas is not interviewing all of the victims on his platform? Like, how come he's not doing that? I always ask myself these questions, like, why he's not doing these things, using his platform to bring awareness, real awareness, by interviewing the real victims. He ain't even doing it. It's
when
crazy.
do the community stop waiting for the court system to handle certain things that we can handle as a people?
So you want the community to handle stuff rather than the courts. That's basically what you want. Let's see what Haas want, because he say one thing, but what he want is street justice.
My story wasn't worth. I ain't asked for no money. I asked for street justice. Couldn't even get that. I swear to God, y'all niggas better not say nothing to me.
See that? That's what he's talking about. So when you listen to what Haas said right here, you have to listen carefully. Listen.
But at this point, whatever his legacy is no longer that because of all this.
When do the community stop waiting for the court system to handle certain things that we can handle as a people? Everything doesn't have to go through the court. You know, when it deals to him, like, he should already be on a sex offender list.
You see that? Haas want Bambaataa to be on a sex offenders list. So you've been preaching on YouTube for 7 years about Bambaataa because you want him to be on a sex offenders list? Oh, man, this is crazy. While Cassie getting a bag, you worried about him being registered as a sex offender. This is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
Some things we shouldn't have to wait for him to be convicted of. When you already been convicted in the public's eye, there's no turning back for him.
There's no turning back for you. You went through the door. You went through the door, fam. So at the end of the day, there's no coming back for you. Once you went through that door, I mean, there's no forgiveness, bro. The YouTube streets will forever be like, dag, bro, Hassan Campbell went through the door.
Well, yeah, but from what I understand, when it comes to child molestation, there is no statute of limitations for it. This is why all the Bill Cosby stuff happened and so forth. You know, when we hear about all the Cassie stories.
Notice all of these stories all happen to black men. Black men been getting taken down with all of these laws. Only black men.
That's a civil lawsuit. That's a little bit different. But people go to prison. I mean, they changed the laws because of all the Catholic priest situations and so forth. So I guess my question is, why is there not a concerted effort between all the victims coming together and actually pressing criminal charges?
Listen, everything Vlad is saying, I've already said. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me saying all of this. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me saying all of this, please. This just goes to show. This just goes to show how black people can put in all this work, video after video after video. I said all of that stuff already. I've said everything that VLADTV is saying. But Hassan is more willing to listen to a white man say those very same words than listen to a black man. I've talked about this. I talked about all of the victims coming together, pressing charges to put the person behind bars. But nobody wants that. Nobody wants to do any work. This is crazy.
In this situation.
Well, from my understanding, I was told that the window of taking him to court was actually closed.
Closed? It was open many, many years ago, and you never took the opportunity. Matter of fact, I'm hearing through the grapevine that a couple of brothers tried to get you on the right path of getting the attorney, getting everything that you needed, and you just didn't show up. So you're a hypocrite. You know, remember, you said you didn't want the money. That's what you said. You said you wanted street justice, that you didn't want money.
My story wasn't worth. I ain't asked for no money. I asked for street justice. Couldn't even get that.
So he wanted us to go out there as a lynch mob to find Bambaataa and take him out. That's what he wanted us to do. So we could all spend 30 years behind bars. That's what he wanted us to do, to throw away our lives. This guy is crazy, bro. Like, seriously, something is not right. Something is definitely not right with this man.
Okay. I mean, I'm not fully aware of how this works. I just thought it was.
Yeah, so that's something I would definitely have to look into, you know, because for me,
he made it expire. Because while it was open, he never filed any lawsuits against Bam. He let it fade out. He did that on purpose.
I don't, in the Cassie situation, I don't want to sue him. I don't want his money.
Wow.
I don't even want to make it look like this is a money grab.
You know, this guy is full of crap. He know good and well he could use the money, but he's just trying to act like something he's not at this point. That's the thing that I don't like about people, is when they try to act like it's not about the money, like they don't want no money. They know good and well they want a check.
Now, on the flip side, if he could actually go in the books as a sex offender, then by all means, and then even still, you know.
So if he become if he's registered as a sex offender, that's gonna make you happy and not make videos about Bam anymore. This is crazy, man. He's jealous of Cassie. That's the thing. That's why he keeps comparing to Cassie. He's jealous of Cassie. He was jealous when she got the verdict. He was pissed. You know? Let's go back to the tapes.
Oh, like in the recent years, with Bam being stabbed, right? When he was stabbed, we went to the hospital.
You heard that?
Because
when Bam got stabbed, Hassan went to the hospital. Does that sound like a guy that's being abused? He went to the hospital to see Bam, y'all. That's crazy, man.
Everybody's thinking, well, who would stab Bam? Especially at this age now. Like, what's going on here? You get to the hospital. It's like at least 1,000 people outside that hospital. Like, it's packed. And we didn't really get to see him because he was in the back of the emergency room. Ahmed was in the back. Ahmed was stabbed as well. And I believe Pepsi and Tafiq was back there. Now in the front, it was like an army of us in the front. And to fast forward to when Bam came out of the hospital, now he's in the New Rochelle area. We goes over to his house to see what happened, whatever the case may be.
To his house.
Now me, it's the first time I'm in this actual house. I'm looking. I goes back to the bedroom area, and as I'm listening to Bam's story, automatically, as soon as I seen the bedroom, I knew it was foul play.
Oh.
He goes into the story about how the
Do you see that? As soon as he seen the bedroom, he knew it was foul play. How did he know? Because he was in the very same bed. That's how he know. That's how he know. You know? This is crazy. And salute to Rollo in the chat. Salute to Rollo. V-Dub, man. Let's get back to the tape.
The young man, Ahmed went to go get a sandwich. The young man was asleep. Then he woke up, went in the kitchen, and just started stabbing Bam. Ahmed comes in from getting a sandwich. Bam is screaming, being stabbed up. He stabbed Ahmed too. Tried to make it seem like he was just on drugs. When I seen Bam's room, that boy being in his room, Bam's room was small. You had to walk sideways to go in that room in between the bed.
How you know?
What you talking about, Willis?
How you know? How you know this? This is crazy, man. So he had a small room, bro. Small passage to the bed.
Automatically, it's just I knew what happened. My common sense just kicked in. That boy,
so your common sense kicked in because it happened to you. That's what happened, right? Okay.
Boy went to sleep and I have to say allegedly, but he woke up to Bam giving him oral and he went in that kitchen and got the stabbing. Now that same.
So how come he got How come he went into the kitchen and got to stabbing, but Bam was stabbing your butt, and you never got to stabbing? Yeah. Bam was stabbing your butt, and you didn't do nothing, bro. This is crazy, man.
Now, Bam gave me a picture of this young dude. So now I'm supposed to kill this young dude that you molested.
Now think about this now, guys. Haas was given a job to go take out the guy who stabbed Bambaataa. But all the while, Bambaataa was putting heavy meat in Hassan. But he still was rocking with this man. So I'm trying to figure out, you were not being molested, gang. You were a willing participant. You were there. You walked through the door, bro. You walked into Bambaata's bed, bro. Seriously, this is what you did, man.
And even though he might have been 17, 18, I'm not sure of the age he was.
17, 18. So how old were you, Bam? Haas? You just gave your age away. Are y'all seeing this? 17, 18. Haas just gave his own age away, guys.
Then, he was a baby to Africa Bambaataa.
Notice what he called a baby. 17 to 18, he called him a baby. So when you hear Haas say, oh, we were little kids, no, he's talking about when he was 17, 18.
And, it really, really haunted me. I had that picture for a while, but for some reason, after a while, I just threw it away. I don't know why. I threw the picture away.
You threw it away because you don't want to be incriminated. That's why. You don't want to be implicated in some sort of mess.
Right, because this happened in 2013.
I forget the date of when he got stabbed.
How could you forget the date when he got stabbed if this had to do with you being molested? This is how you know this is cap. Those are like things you just don't forget. Like if Bam put heavy meat inside of you deep. If he put heavy meat inside of you deep, I'm talking about deep. You mean to tell me you don't remember none of the dates? This ain't right, fam.
Yeah, based on my notes, that's what happened.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Well.
Then come to find out, hold up, that same day, come to find out, now other people start coming to his house.
All these people are coming to his house. I don't see nobody getting molested, bro. It seemed like you young ninjas back then was in search of some wood. That's what it seems like, man. It seemed like Bam must have been buying y'all sneakers and clothes, and in return, it's like y'all must have went over his house to give him some favors, man. That's the way it's looking, fam. There's no way around this. That's how it looks to me.
You got Righteous. I'm not holding back those names. Righteous and some other brothers. Righteous, matter of fact, Righteous was there that day. He was outside, and he had just told me, he was like, yo, Bam just got, he just got out of jail. He was locked up in Brazil for doing the same thing to a child out there.
Now this man's story is going everywhere. Now he's being locked up in Brazil now. This is crazy. What do this man got against Bam, yo? There's a story behind him and Bam that we just don't know, man. A dark story. This is crazy. Let's get back to the tape.
And they got him out of jail.
Who?
So, he's still heavy into being himself.
Right. And I think at this point, the Zulu nation has separated itself from Africa Bambaataa, right?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
Absolutely not. That's why you got to ask yourself a question. When you see Ron Savage, right? And images, I'll send some of them to you. You'll see Ron Savage's Ron Savage still with the Zulu Nation.
Hold up, he just said he gonna send photos to the Culture Vulture? Are you kidding me? Man, I tell you, I told y'all he working with the feds, man, but y'all ain't believe me, man.
Hanging out with them at clubs. And I'm talking about some of the founders of the Zulu Nation after he just destroyed them.
It's a door. And guess what? Haas ain't go through that door.
It's a level of success where it's a door.
And Haas went through the door for 5 shekels. That's right. Let me read these cash apps. Shout out to VDubman, moderator, for the $75.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what, add it up, bankroll,
Yeah.
euro, peso, add it up.
All right. You know what I'm saying? This has been a crazy live. I am tired. I am tired. I am going to take a nap. And then I'm going to be right back. But before I go take a nap, I gotta go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. I am hungry right now, man. I am literally hungry. So, that being said, appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you click that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. This is the best reactionary channel on YouTube. There is no other. There is no other channel. There is no other. This is the #1 spot. You understand? We provide you the best visuals on YouTube. There is no other channel on YouTube providing you this level of content. None. Do you understand? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go grab me something to eat, and then I'm going to get me some rest. So, that's about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by. And we're gonna sign out with some tunes.
Money, oh yeah, oh yeah, money, how I
Money in my pocket.
Lights on now, yeah. Money, making money. Niggas be looking at me, rolling on the block, man, I'm getting paper, rolling.
Looking at me, I'm looking so fly.
All of these niggas, they looking at me, man,
Wishing to die. Chilling in my car, yeah, I'm getting paper. All of these bitches out here, man, they want this nigga. Rolling, niggas be holding out. Don't wanna give a nigga his flowers.
I'm a boss.
See me flexing on the road.
Window down,
Top down, shades on, blinged out, ringed out, designer on, nigga looking fly.
How could you hate on a nigga that we doing well? Mad niggas, they up in jail.
Niggas mad cause I'm doing well.
Whole time and I'm smelling good.
Niggas out here up in the hood. All day I'm popping. Bodies they dropping. BK I'm reppin'. Niggas out here have stepped in.
Niggas talking, they bitching up. Online they trolling.
Lights on, drip where people stare. Everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah, I'm rolling in the top, chilling in the drop. Making money, man, I'm doing this non-stop. Rolling.
and I'm top now. VK, I'm reppin', niggas out here half steppin'. Speeding through the night, window fly, roll the window down, let the music play. Hey. Rolling through the hood with the top down, making money, making that sound pop. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where are the ladies at? Going up and I be flipping in. Came out and I be ripping in. Ripping down that top down. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ringo TV Reactions. We out, fam. Dressing up, shades on, looking good, rolling. Y'all take care. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.